Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Good boy.
Well,
It's still spinning.
still spinning.
Do you want me to get away from...
No, we should be good, I think. Okay, I've got something here now, so I believe we are live. And our microphone's on? Because I don't hear... Oh, wait, I think I have this muted, maybe. Nope, there it is. Okay, we're live. Heh, I'll try again. Hey, I'm David.
I'm Brenda.
We're from OutsideOurBubble.com, and yes, we now are streaming live, so that's good news. And we're going to be heading from
Burleson, Texas.
Burleson, Texas to Byron, New York, North Texas, Jellystone Park to Southwoods RV Resort. This is day 2 of our travel.
You good?
Yep, we're good. And Brenda is currently in the driver's seat, and we're heading out of a rest stop where we stopped, and to switch drivers and to let Loki have a break. Of course, I pull. Watch. Yeah, you're good.
Though.
Oh, you're fine.
I'm
Never
fine.
mind.
I
Never
got
mind.
plenty of
All
room.
good. All good.
All good.
So yeah.
Loki wants his bed back, though.
Yep. In any case, so for those of you rejoining us, thank you. Hello. Welcome back from our yesterday's travel. And
It's a good overnight stop.
it was a very good overnight stop for us.
Except we had to reroute a little bit.
Yeah, for those of you who joined us last night when we were pulling into our destination spot, we had some construction issues where they actually shut down.
They shut down the exit.
The exit we needed was shut down, and they didn't give you any warning about that. And then the second entrance that we were going to take, per the GPS, no longer existed because they did new construction and got rid of the exit. So that was kind of fun. So, seems we're in a poor cell phone area for service, data area.
Figures.
Figures, right?
Yep.
Right when we start our show. But it looks like the stream has possibly resumed. So in any case, hey, yeah, we're only as good as our data allows us to be on the road, and we do everything we can to get the best data. I got literally 4 jetpacks running, with 3 WeBoost boosters running, with 3 WeBoost antennas on the roof and what have you. So we do all we can in order to keep the signal. But in any case, we're currently traveling on
You don't know where you are, do
I don't
you?
know where we am. Where we are.
I-65 northbound. We just went through Nashville, Tennessee, and we just crossed into Kentucky.
Yes, that's what she said. And we started. You didn't do anything.
I don't know why he's...
And we started out at 7:30 this morning. That semi truck just blew his horn at Brenda for some reason. Brenda is perfectly squared in the center lane.
And I'm driving with traffic.
And she's driving with the speed.
He just blew right by me, though.
Yeah. So in any case, anyways, so to bring you up to date, we left yesterday. We traveled 10 hours. Today is an 8-hour travel day, of which we have 5 hours and 33 minutes left to go. We're not sure yet if we want to make a fuel stop now or tomorrow. Well, we have plenty of fuel to get to where we want to go. So we're not 100% sure what we're going to do yet. We're going to make that decision later on. And you're riding along, for those of you who don't know, you're riding along in a 2014 Tiffin Allegro bus, model 45LP, or 42,000 pounds. We are pulling behind us an Aluma 18-foot trailer that has a Tesla Model X on it. And that's a total weight of 7,000 pounds. So, yeah, so we've been averaging 7.5 miles to gallon. So that's kind of good.
Yeah, that semi that honked his horn at me is zooming in and out of all the traffic. He must be in a rush or something.
So, just a reminder that in the description of the video, if it's not there, just reload your page. In the description of the video is a link to our blog post that has 2 other cameras on it, a front-facing camera and a rear-facing camera that you can load up. And below that is a GPS tracker showing you exactly where we are on the road. If you click on the little image of our motor coach, it'll give you telemetry information, our speed, our course, our altitude even. So it'll give you some stats on the coach currently. So feel free to check that out. That's kind of cool. That's in the description of the video. So let's see. Remember, we're only as good as our cell phone service. I already said that, I think.
Yes, you did.
So good morning to those joining in. Adam Parks, Augusto is here. KT on the Road is here. Chris Larson is here. Michael Mitchell. Corinth says good.
Danessa Mitchell.
Yeah, they say good rainy day here. Not where we are. We didn't expect rain yesterday, but of course we hit rain, and we got just enough, of course, to get the coach dirty and the car a wreck.
Oh well. It's a bummer, but it's fine.
Give Loki a pat on the head for us, okay? I have to do this. Somebody said I have to do this, Loki. He's right down there. So I did that. How are we liking these crazy gas prices? Well, actually, our gas price yesterday was only $2.61 a gallon. So that was with our fuel savings card that we use. This guy's coming up fast. I don't know where he thinks he's going, but anyways, $2.61 a gallon is all we paid for fuel yesterday, which was a really good price, we thought.
Yeah, because the normal price was what? It was over $3.
Yeah. KT on the Road says watching our drive makes his reorganizing his office less boring. I guess it's kind of a podcast in the background, if you will. Gotta get a little liquid here. So Loki's a trooper. We got to where we got to arrive last night a little later than we wanted to.
We stayed in Jackson, Tennessee.
Because there was an accident on the road where they actually we saw a helicopter land where they actually had to take somebody away. They stopped I-30 for a while. And so we were stuck for a while. So we didn't end up getting to where we wanted to get to until around 8-ish or so. That's okay. Loki was a trooper. He finished his dinner just fine, and we took him out into the parking lot, and there was 6 other rigs in the area that were parked there.
There were a few more when we woke up this morning.
Yep. So the night was uneventful. We got up at 7, left at 7:30, and like I said, we have 5 hours and 28 minutes at this time remaining. Again, yesterday...
You change time zones.
We are going to be changing time zones?
Yes.
Okay, so today we're going to be going from Central Time Zone to Eastern Time Zone.
It's just right around Bowling Green and Mammoth, I believe it's Mammoth Cave National Park. I believe that the time zone's right around there.
David Daltrey and Gerald, good morning both to you also. Yes, KTN Road, you're not the doctor that was performing surgery while watching and or listening to our stream. He was doing an
appendectomy.
Thank you. At the time. Tina Mac says hello. Lewis is checking in. Lewis Martin. So yeah, so this is our travel day. Our streams look good right now with data, so that's good news. And we don't know how long, obviously, that lasts all the time. And we're back. So the data is coming in and going out, it seems. Kind of a bummer on that, but what are you going to do? Can only do what we can do, right?
Yep.
So just bear with it. It'll pick back up at some point when the stream reconnects. But I noticed Brenda drives mostly at 65 or David 6 around 70. Do you see a difference in gas mileage? Actually, Brenda is only driving 65. Well, she's driving 70 right now. We were only 65 back there because of traffic.
Yeah.
Brenda usually drives the speed limit. This is a 70 mile an hour road. She's at 70 right now. So no surprise there that she's doing the speed she's doing.
It all depends on road conditions too. If it's windy or a bad road or something, I tend to slow down.
Right. So
as you should.
Yep. I don't usually drive faster than Brenda drives for the most part. We drive basically the same. It all depends on, like Brenda just said, road conditions and traffic and what have you. Also, we're in
the hills.
We're in the hills, so
Kentucky
is up and down. So like right now, we're climbing a hill, so we've dropped down to 67 miles per hour at this point. So in any case, we still average around, yesterday we averaged 7.5 miles to the gallon on our trip. Right now we're averaging...
It was thanks to me.
Hey.
It went up after I took over.
Well, when I drove to this morning and stopped, we were at 7.5. And what are we at right now?
6.8.
6.8. And that's because, again, we're in a hilly area now, so our gas mileage is going to drop a little bit. But we're doing pretty good. Yeah, sometimes like 72 miles per hour, if we're going downhill or something, unless we decide to put our engine brake on to slow us down. If it's a long downhill, we'll put our engine brake on to hold us back so we don't go too fast. But if it's a short downhill, we don't mind it speeding up because that usually means there's another upcoming hill at the end of that hill. So we would rather have the momentum.
Yeah.
We would rather have the momentum to keep us going up the hill.
Yep.
Happy to report our Easy Tire, the new model of the TPMS system that I've been testing, has been working very, very well. I'll be putting that video online in the coming days. It's just a new model that they have, a full color model and a larger screen. Because of the hills and everything, that's one of the other reasons we're going in and out of coverage, because signals don't travel through Earth very well. And unless there's
anything,
yeah. So unless there's a good cell tower in the area or something like that, we're cutting in and out as we drop and raise in the valley areas. So that's why our video is dropping. That's a bummer, I know, but it is what it is. Yeah, even just obviously if we lose data, not only does this camera feed here, this live stream cut out, but the other cameras, of course, will cut out also. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you like what we do, please remember, hit thumbs up, give us better YouTube rankings, please feel free. And if you're new and just joining us for the first time, wondering what the heck you just found, we've been traveling since 2008. We've been full-timing, literally living in our motor coach, selling everything we owned since 2013. We live stream as we travel, and we talk to people from all around the world and talk about motor coaching in general, because there's a lot of interest in that and the lifestyle that we live. And so if you like this kind of thing, feel free to subscribe. That's always great. And yes, as somebody posted in the chat, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up.
It's like these frost heaves in the road or something.
Seeing that we're pulling our Tesla on a flatbed trailer, an Aluma 18-foot trailer. If you look at the camera back there, you'll see it. It just kind of floats, shifted. Nothing has come loose or weakened or anything like that. Because after all, you're moving down a road, hitting these bumps and frost heaves, and that's a lot of pressure. Each of the straps there's 4 straps, that one on each tire, holding it down. They go up and around the tire and go down to the bed. Each one of those are rated for 10,000 pound workload with 8,000 pound normal workload with a 10,000 pound brake load. It's either that or 5,000 and 8,000. Either case, the car weighs 5,500 pounds and there's 4 straps holding it down. So you really shouldn't move. It'll bounce up and down. You'll see it bounce up and down because of the suspension of the car. It'll float, but for the most part, what you don't want it to do is you don't want it to shift side to side, obviously. So Brenda's now at 65 for those looking at Brenda's speed online. That's because we're in a construction area. It's coming up on a 55-mile-an-hour zone, and we're right behind another semi, as you can see. And that flag, that's a big flag. And the wind is coming from, looks like it's coming from the west. So it's hitting our driver's side.
I don't feel it though.
Yeah. Yeah, it just dropped off. Look at that. Rich,
there's a Waffle House over there.
Everything about our motor coach description is in the video description. But this is a 2014 Tiffin Allegro bus, model 45 LP. We're 45 feet long. We weigh 42,000 pounds, loaded for travel, living in it like we do. We're pulling a 18-foot Aluma flatbed trailer behind us that has a 2020 Tesla Model X on it. And so the total trailer weight with the Tesla is 7,000 pounds. Waffle House over there, you're not going to see it though.
I got the one over there.
Oh,
so there's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them.
Man.
Traffic coming on.
Yeah. I don't know why he did that because I can't move over.
He's slowing down for those cars.
At least it's a long on-ramp.
So yeah, it's a 2014 Tiffin Allegro bus, to answer your question. How much was the Tesla? Our configuration, Rick, our configuration, it was $105,000.
That's the Model X, though.
That's the Model X. Yeah, that's their trick pony. That does.
The 3 is their cheapest, right?
Yeah, the Model 3 is their lowest price vehicle. You can get that for around the price of a Toyota Camry. The Model X is their top of the line vehicle. It has automatic doors, the doors, the gull wing, the falcon wing doors, things like that. And that was with full self-driving included, which was a $6,000 option at the time. Right now, full self-driving option is a $10,000 option. Mike Leah says, want to thank you for the product videos. I bought the Easy Tire, and I love feeling more secure. Also bought the AirCube Nano Station setup, the Wi-Fi thing, and I'm working off it in the park's free Wi-Fi right now. That's cool.
You know what's coming up on Facebook a lot is how do I get the bugs off of the front of my coach and the diamond shield and stuff. And so bugs and all is a really good thing that people are loving out there.
Yeah, that is a good thing. Bugs, windshield, you're going to get bugs in the summertime and stuff like that. And
now that it's getting warmer, so people are getting the bugs.
Yep. And so the question comes up, how do I get out, what's the best way to get bugs off? I've a product on Amazon called Bugs and All.
We did a blog post.
I did a blog post on it. I'll link you to the blog post. Let me look it up real quick.
Because I know I've linked that quite a few times in the last week or two on Facebook.
I'm pulling up the link for you now. So I'm going to add that to the chat room. So I'm going to add a bug removal link to Amazon for Bugs and All, which is a great product. Just added that now, so in case you guys are curious.
It's a mom and
pop company.
In Florida, right?
I think they're in Florida.
We don't know them. We just knew the story when we first found them and did the blog post on them. That was a funny story where they called us because they had put their vacation on hold to make more product because they got a whole bunch of orders in.
Trina, where are we now? I'm going to send you a link that's going to show you 2 more cameras and a GPS locator. So on the chat right now, there's a link that will give you 2 more camera views, a front view, a rear view, and below that is a GPS tracker, which will be able to show you our exact location in real time. And if you click on the little image of our motor coach, it'll give you telemetry information, the speed, our altitude, our direction, things like that.
We're just passing the National Corvette Museum.
Yeah, so
for those of you that saw that big yellow thing on the left side.
The National Corvette Museum, we just passed it, if that helps you at all. We're just passing the exit for Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Yeah, we're going through Bowling Green.
Yep. But I thought the link would help you because it gives you 2 more cameras you can see, and also gives you our GPS location. Rick says, how would you rate the Mastrit chassis? I don't know what that is. Mastrit? I don't know. We have a Power Glide chassis on this coach. I don't know what that chassis is, so I can't rank it at all. I'm sorry to say. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is. Leslie. we're going in and out of service again. We're in the area we're in, so sorry about that. So I hope my answers, like, I don't know what the Mistrate chassis is. Sorry about I never know. We were on a Power Glide, so I'm not sure if that came through or not. Leslie, in regards to flat towing the Jeep, and you're thinking about a TPMS, first off, don't think about a TPMS. Buy a TPMS. And not only buy one that does your tires on your Class C and on your Jeep. The system we use is the Easy Tire. EEZTIRE, all one word. I'll give you a link on Amazon for it. So bear with me, I'll find the product for you. So make sure this is. I'm actually running their new version right now that I tested for them. I'll be putting out a video in a day or so. I've done 3 videos on it already. Yeah, so it kind of drops in and out. Sorry about that. Not sure why it's doing that. So in any case, that link, the last link I posted was for the Easy Tire. That's the one we use. Please, again, make sure you get TPMS sensors for each one of your tires on your Class C and also your Jeep. In fact, yesterday, for those watching, we actually had a guy pulling a boat get past us and then get in front of us, and then one of his boat trailer tires blew. And not sure why it blew, but looking at the video in slow motion as frame by frame as he went by us, it did look like his tire was low on pressure. I know, but it's almost like we're losing our network or something right now, so I do apologize. I can't think it's cell phone reception is bad. It almost looks like it's jumping, Speedify is jumping servers. But we seem to be putting out data right now without too much of an issue. See, it's out again. Yeah, but I've never seen it this bad before with the service. Or I gotta fix the camera too. Yeah, I'm not sure why the service is going in and out. Let's see, RVing between the sheets. Do you use Ubiquiti Dream Machine Pro as well as a firewall for any RV parks? My motor coach runs all Ubiquiti in our coach. I don't use the Dream Machine. I use a Cloud Key Gen 2 controller, which also does my Protect cameras, and then I use a USG, a Unified Secure Gateway, which is another Ubiquiti product for my router. And then I have 3 access points, one up front, one in the middle, and one in the rear of the coach. But you always want to try to run your own network inside of your RV. You want to have your own router that connects to the RV park, so all your devices remain connected to your network, and you're safe behind the firewall, and people can't get access to your devices. Like, people put Chromecasts and printers and stuff like that on the networks, and that's not a smart thing to do, because you don't know how the park's Wi-Fi is configured. And I have a video on that. I literally have a video on that talks about why you don't want to do it, and I show why you don't want to do it, and why you want to have your own network device, be it a WineGuard Connect V2, be it a Wi-Fi Ranger device, be it King Wi-Fi device, or even the one I did, a tutorial how to build a complete Wi-Fi network for under $100 using Ubiquiti products. And I do a tutorial on how to program it, because Ubiquiti products are a commercial grade product, so it's not user friendly for the most part in regards to how to set it up. So I did a tutorial on how to set it up, and a lot of people have used the tutorial and they love it.
Once you know how to do it and everything, it gets easier and easier. You just know where to click and change things, and you're done.
Ryan Hardit says we'll be taking delivery of our new 2022 Thor Challenger at the end of May. Any words of wisdom? Lots. Watch a lot of our videos. Words of wisdom: when you pick up the coach from your dealer, you go through the coach, spend 4 or 5 hours going through the coach, and make sure it's right, and make sure you get a pick list of issues that you find.
Because you will find them.
Because you will find them. Not with because it's that coach, but any manufacturer.
Any manufacturer, you're going to have issues. There's no 100% perfect coach. Even Prevost and Marathon coaches have issues.
They have less issues because they're all hand built. They're hand built. They only make 12 to 14 a year versus 12 to 14 a week.
True. But they're not immune.
They're not immune. Yeah, you're seeing your coaches new. Then it's probably going to come with a TPMS system for the rig itself, for the tires itself. But you're going to want, if you're pulling something behind you, a trailer, a car, whatever, make sure you get 4 sensors and put them on those tires, and have a monitor up front so you can tell how your tires are on your car. Your car might have a TPMS in the car, but that doesn't help you because you're not in the car to see the readings. So make sure you get a TPMS system for a trailer or a car that you may be towing. But there's a lot I can go through as far as words of wisdom. The biggest thing is making sure you go through the coach and make sure it's right, and you get a good pick list before accepting delivery. Yeah, Christopher, with the Ubiquiti setup that I made, I also use the Nano Station, which is a directional antenna, which gives you longer range and better chance of having reception in an RV park. You had one network with 60 APs, 20 switches, 20 switches, that's a lot of switches. 40 to 400 to 1,000 clients on a cable modem with up to a gig down and 50 up, and a device choked. Well, I don't know what you were using, but it surely shouldn't have choked. It sounds like you might not have limited bandwidth per user. If you use Ubiquity products, if you use Unify, you can actually limit how much bandwidth a given device is allowed to use. So with that many users online, you should be limiting the bandwidth. For example, at Southwoods, I limit it to 15 megs down, 2 megs up for any device connected to the network. So I don't know what you were using or anything. Obviously, there's a lot of scenarios at play, a lot of different things that come into play. But with 40, 60 APs, which is nothing, Jellystone, which I manage, there's 100. We got 157 APs currently, and we only run it on 400 up, 400 down over fiber, and then we can get away with it over fiber with that speed because it's all about latency and how fast it is. So a cable modem, usually the latency is anywhere to 50 to 70 milliseconds. Well, 40 to 70 milliseconds. Fiber is like 3 to 5 milliseconds. So you can actually do a lot more with lower bandwidth on fiber than you can on a cable modem with higher latency. But even with a gig, you should not have been brought down. And the only thing I can think of is you weren't limiting the throughput, or the router itself couldn't handle the gigabit connection. For all I know, the router you were using only had a 100 megabit port, and so out of the 1,000, you were only getting 100 megabit. I don't know. Dang it. Terrible service. So I don't know how much of that you got because we're cutting in and out. Anyways, what do we think? What do I think of the Class C Mercedes? No idea. Never had one. So we can't talk about something we've never owned or used or had experience with. Sorry. It'd be wrong for us to talk about something like that, not knowing anything about it.
Yeah.
Other RVers do. Other RV bloggers, they'll talk about products, oh, we saw this at the show. What a great product, without ever experiencing it other than seeing it at a show. I mean, seriously, you can't do that. You really don't know until you've actually used the product. So far, Ty, our day has been well. Thank you.
Oh, bumpy roads in Nashville.
Joe, going through your hotspot and then to your nano station, is this double firewall? Yes, it is. It's called double natting. Nothing wrong with it. You're not going to hurt anything. It's not really going to slow you down or anything like that. You're double natting if you connect your nano station to an RV park. Actually, you're probably triple natting at that point because your nano station is a router. And then the RV park has a router, and then the cable modem may or may not be natting too, or whatever they're using for service. So yeah, it's double natting. It's not going to make one bit of difference whatsoever. I'm doing the same thing right now. Obviously, I got my 4 jetpacks going into a VPN bonding service. So I'm getting a different IP off of that. So and my network is sending out got its own network, the gate, the router and everything. So yeah, I'm doing the same type of thing, if you will. Just passing a Newmar Dutch Star. They really did a fine job on the Dutch Star and the looks of it. It's a tag axle. It's a short tag axle, but interesting. It's a tag axle. It looks like a 40-footer with a tag axle.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Hello, hello from Florida, Fred says. Yes, Brendan, Nashville seems to be pretty bumpy since they received a bit of snow a month ago, which wasn't normal. Yeah, so we got some frost heaves, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure the Dream Machine is the right choice for that environment. It's definitely, I'm not sure what it's rated at, but I don't think the Dream Machine, the Dream Machine, they have different versions. There is a professional version and they have a home version, so I'm not sure which one you might have had. But if you were it only had 4 gigs of RAM, and you were maxing out the RAM, yeah, that would definitely peg the CPU and kill it. Oh, especially if you had DPI turned on, or threat detection. If you had threat detection, you'll totally kill the box. So don't have threat detection turned on. DPI, deep packet inspection, is okay if you want to track, usage and stuff like that. That doesn't take too much overhead. But the threat detection stuff definitely takes a lot of overhead. Yeah, I still run the standard in the USG in my coach, which I don't need any more than that because we never get above a gig anywhere. We don't have, it's only our devices. There's 47 devices connected in my motor coach when we're parked.
There's the big giant dinosaur.
Yeah. Let's see. Lost my train of thought. Oh, at Southwoods I use a USG Pro, and I run that with 2 cable modems, each one with 400 down, 20 up. That's all I can get out there where they are. It's off spectrum, so the max I can get is 400 down and 20 up per cable modem. So I'm running 2 of those in balanced mode.
Remember we stayed at an RV park down there. We went up to Mammoth Cave.
Oh yeah.
It was years ago, but there was a good Mexican restaurant down there.
So Fred Folkers asks, any exciting projects for the home base in New York this summer?
I can tell you one.
What's that?
Batteries.
Yes. We will be putting new batteries in the motor coach. That's one project. Definitely need. I am way overdue on batteries. That's really the only thing I have scheduled that I know of.
You can do the automatic frunk
opening
yep.
On the Tesla. I had it sent before the car showed up. I had an automatic, the Tesla, the front hood. They have an automatic opener for it, so you push the button just like the trunk opens and closes. You could do the same thing with the hood, the frunk. And I just never installed it, so I'll do that.
They call it a front because it's a front trunk because there's no engine. So it's a trunk, but it's in the front.
Yeah, so I'll do that at some point. Michael and Lupe are supposed to be coming to visit us. They're supposed to come in for a few months, actually, in June?
No, it's 4th of July.
Oh yeah, just after the 4th of July weekend. That's right. Plans in jello, so
yep.
Things can change. I mean, they're in Las Vegas, so they are going to do some traveling, coming across country. That's a trip.
Well, they're going to Kentucky to visit family, so.
Oh, I see. That's right.
Because they'll be in Kentucky in June. I believe.
So what do you got our gas mileage up to, babe?
7.
Yay!
And we're still doing the hills.
Still doing the hills, that's right. Lossman 1123 says, "Greetings, David and Brenda." Greetings.
Hello.
Welcome aboard. Fred says, "I never use the frunk. I get my fingers prints all over the paint or palmed when I close it." That, like, yeah. You can buy aftermarket. There's one you can just like you would normally pop the trunk on your remote or on your console. You can pop the front. It'll open and close. It's an aftermarket. Well, I'm glad you liked our streams. Give us a thumbs up if you would, and if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. That'd be great. While driving, this is a good question. Larry V asks, while driving through parts of the country that could have severe weather, do you have NOAA weather radio or something for such warnings?
Well, a lot of times nowadays you get the warnings on your phone, but
Sure.
we always look at the weather before we go somewhere. Like right now, we know that we're not going to hit any weather. If we see weather coming, like we're a week late from leaving Texas because there was weather, so we weren't going to leave. We just stayed until the weather passed and then we left. But we do have, I don't know if it's a NOAA, but we do have a weather radio in the bedroom that we take out when we're in an area.
Yeah, if we're in a severe area, like Brenda mentioned, the cell phones will usually alert you, but we do have a weather radio that we can turn on if need be to get that. But you can also get that on your phone too. But we, like, for a 3-day trip like this, we looked at the weather closely and I tried to go between storm fronts. Like, we're going to arrive tomorrow, and tomorrow night, weather is going to change and become rain and snow. So,
but not until like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
We'll be there early afternoon.
Yep. And we didn't plan to get rain yesterday. It wasn't listed. And then we couldn't, it was clear. Everything was clear, but
it was just a pop-up.
Came in and we got wet and the coach got dirty and the car got dirty, and it bummed me out because, of course, I always make the mistake of cleaning the coach before we leave so it'll look nice on the road for people. I don't know why I do that, because whenever I do that, of course, it rains.
It's a vicious cycle all over again.
Yep. So I'll have to rinse off the coach again and the car. Augusto, how often do you need to change batteries in the motor coach? Well, that depends on the type of battery, for one. Is it a water-based battery? Is it an AGM battery?
Which is what we have now.
Which is what we have now, which is a gel-based battery. Or if it's the newer technology, LiPos, lithium batteries. We're going to be switching over to lithium batteries.
But these are the original batteries.
But these are the original batteries in our coach.
From 2014.
Yep. So we've gotten, they actually, Usually about 6 years they last, so we're way overdue. 6 years on the AGMs.
We do okay, you know, for a quick overnight at a Walmart or something, like we're traveling here. We get through the night, we turn the refrigerator off and everything. Which, by the way, did you turn it back on?
I did.
Okay. So we turn everything off at night, and we can go just fine. But we're certainly not going to boondock for days at a time with the batteries we have right now.
No. Tudor Wayne Phillips says, hello, greetings from North Wales.
Ah, yes. I remember
Hello.
Tudor joining us before.
Oh, Josie says, hello from Rochester, New York.
Oh,
We're on our
hello.
way. We'll be back. We'll be in Byron by early tomorrow afternoon. That's the plan, at least. Good. Keith Wheeler says, good morning from Nashville. Hope to see you on I-90 South, not I-90 North as you pass through. Well, like I said, make sure you're at one of the overpasses holding a sign saying, hi, David and Brenda. And we'll wave to you.
Yeah. I don't remember where
Keith,
it was.
don't do that. We've had somebody do that. Don't do
I was
that.
going to say, I don't remember where it was, but we were driving on the expressway, and somebody came up next to us in their car, and then they went around us, behind us, and on the other side, and then they went in front of us, and then they emailed us pictures.
They said, we saw you on the road.
Yeah, we saw you on the road. Never thought we'd see you.
They were watching us on their phone, and they caught up to us.
And so they sent us through our Contact Us page, they sent us pictures of our coach going down the road.
That was kind of funny.
I don't remember where that was, though. I think it was the East Coast somewhere.
Drew Tamara, I don't know how to say that, I'm sorry. Drew, I took your advice and picked up my Dish Network Playmaker and Wally. My wife loves it. Cool. Yeah, it's a really easy service to use as you move around. You can easily change your location and get local stations, which is important because then you get local news and local weather. So I'm glad that worked out. I was wondering, were you able to still use the $50 discount code? Are they still? It was a while ago that I did that video. I'm not sure if that code actually still works or not, but I'm kind of curious if you did or not. If you're still online, let us know.
Not sure if we switched over to Eastern Time Zone yet. GPS doesn't tell you anymore.
Well,
Yeah, the number you got before said restricted, so I screened the call and they hung up.
MD Anderson. I got to take this call.
Well, mute your microphone if you want.
Hello, this is David. Refund status?
Yes.
Oh, that would be my wife. That's why I was confused. Oh, okay. Okay, do you know what address that's going to? Perfect. Okay, well, I thank you very much for the call. And I'll let you know. Thank you, Christina. I tried to refund it on the credit card, didn't go through. Right.
It's a health savings account, but it's a Visa.
Well, it didn't go through.
Oh.
So they're sending us a check.
That's fine.
I don't know how much it was for. But... Okay, I'm back online. Had to take that call from MD Anderson. For those of you who don't know, I just went through cancer treatment. We were in Houston from November until mid-February. I was going through cancer treatment at MD Anderson, which is MD Anderson Cancer Center
in Houston,
Houston, Texas. And so if they call, I want to take the call, that's for sure. I'm doing well. It was 54 years old, and I had prostate cancer, which is kind of young for prostate cancer. And I opted to have SBRT, stereotactic body radiation therapy, for treatment. So everything went well there. The only side effect I currently have for the most part is I get very tired in the afternoon for some reason, but it's got to be from the radiation.
Yeah.
And that will slowly go back as my body still balances it all out. But in any case, I did a whole blog post, a couple of them, on why we were in Houston and things like that.
Yeah, we were in Houston when they shut down and had that big winter storm.
Larry V asks, when driving in windy conditions, do you have a max wind speed in which you will pull over and wait for better conditions? Yeah, when two wheels are, or if we're really getting blown, if we're really getting blown, and if it's striking you from the side, then yeah, you can really, it's not very fun, and it makes for a very lousy driving day, that's for sure. If it's coming from you from behind, it's awesome because your fuel mileage is great. If it's coming from you directly head on, then your fuel mileage is really bad. But
and then you also have to consider, is there severe weather with those winds coming?
Correct. Usually if it's high winds, there's usually severe weather associated with it. So we usually would probably not be on the road, or we would have pulled off. We have pulled off in the past. Actually, it was a dust storm.
Yeah. It's in Arizona or Texas or somewhere.
Yep.
Oh, Texas.
So yeah, we any 20 mile an hour plus winds, anything above that, we really don't want to be on the road. I mean, we can be, but
especially when when the news gives the tall truck warnings.
Yes.
You definitely don't want to be on the road then. It's not terribly safe because you're going to get blown all over the road, but it doesn't make for a good drive either, and you're going to be white knuckling it. So it's just pull over, find an RV park or a rest stop or something. Be safe.
Well, Keith Wheeler wanted to say we'll be in Central Time until we get into Kentucky.
We are in Kentucky.
Well, get up into Kentucky. And then Bruce said, you are on Eastern Time if you pass BG, Kentucky. I don't know what BG.
Bowling Green.
Bowling Green.
Yeah, that was way back there.
Yeah.
Before Mammoth Cave.
Yep. So we're quite past that at this point. Hello. Oh, Higgins, Cindy and
Bill.
Bill. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Bill.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. Ubies, Uberfest forever. Southwoods Camp Jam. Oh my gosh, I remember Camp Jam with Cindy. Oh, Cindy, you got so trashed, girl. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't do that anymore, I know, but oh my God, what a party night that was.
That was fun.
Sorry, didn't mean to share that publicly. But they don't know who you are, so I guess it's okay. We were all feeling it that night. That was a good party.
Yes, it was.
For those of you who don't know, before COVID, up at Southwoods, we usually host 2 camp jams a year at our campsite, right at our campsite. And our campsite was actually designed around being able to do that. Well, we're talking full band and everything. Even my area connected to my shed has an overhang that has a full lighting system, complete with a smoke machine, for the stage effects. We do it for fun, and it's open to the campground. Anybody can come. So they come out with their golf carts and their chairs and everything, and we sit around and we have 4 or 5 campfires burning, and it's a fun time. It's different than just normally you go to a pavilion or something where they're having a band at a campground. This is literally on our campsite, but it's a big open area that's out. We got a big circle in front of us, so that whole area is filled.
We're in a cul-de-sac, yeah.
We're in a cul-de-sac. So yeah, so all that's filled with people. It's just a hoot.
And we put some campfires in the street.
Yep.
And you know, the metal ring campfires. Eastern time zone. There's a sign.
There's a sign coming up.
No, we just
we're
switched.
in it? We're in it now?
Yeah.
Now we're in it. 12:07 it says. Okay, now I gotta change my computer time. Oh, and I gotta change my camera times too.
See, I knew we just passed Mammoth Cave National Park, and I'm like, it's around there somewhere.
Okay, so let me update my... Okay, so I updated...
He's loud.
He's going way too fast.
Yeah, he is.
So I updated my computer time. Now I got to update the time on the cameras, for the external cameras that on the other views. Let's see. How do I do that again? I got to remember how. Oh, that's not what I want.
That's one thing I miss on this GPS. The Garmin 890 is great. I love it because it's so easy to reroute. You know, if you want.
Which result would you like?
Oh, you said the word.
I did. It listens to you too.
It has voice activation.
It's easy to reroute if you want to do the go around of a big city or something, which we usually do. Whereas the 770, it was difficult to reroute. But the one thing I do miss that the old one had that this one doesn't is it tells you when you change time zones. It dings and it gives you a little thing saying state border ahead, you know, when you change a state, but it doesn't tell you when you change time zones. So I missed that part.
I'm not reading the chat right now. I'm trying to figure out how to change time zones on my device.
On the cameras. Do you have to go in and change each camera, or is
No,
there
I just one area.
Yeah.
I think I just did, so we'll see.
Look at that! It looks like new billboards going up.
Yep, I got the time changed on all the cameras now, so yay.
It's only something we do like twice a year.
Yeah. Yeah, Cindy, I don't know who's typing, but Cindy said, yeah, we had to stop drinking, but yeah, we used to throw it down. Oh, good. The person who bought the
Dish.
the dish did get the discount. Good. Oh, I can't say the name. I destroyed it. I am so sorry.
David's not good with names.
No, but this one is a South African name.
Ah.
UVIWE. I don't know how you would pronounce. I apologize, but they're saying hello from greetings, Johannesburg, South Africa. Trip is going very well, thank you very much. So far, so good. Knock on Tiffin wood. We currently have 4 hours and 27 minutes to our arrival at our destination. Probably won't stop for fuel. I think we'll, we still got above.
We are just a hair above 3/4 of a tank.
Yeah, and we're averaging now, how many miles per gallon?
Still just 7.
Still 7. Okay, we're in Kentucky, just so you know.
Lots of hills.
Lots of hills up and down. So our cell service, our data service, is going in and out, and because of that, our gas mileage is not that great. Hello, Christopher. Loki is just laying down here, all passed out like normal. We will be making another stop at some point. Let him out, stretch his legs a little bit. I'll probably end up driving again if I usually get tired from the radiation, from the treatments. I usually, for some reason, I start to get exhausted in the afternoon time for whatever reason.
It's just your body reacting.
Yeah. I also have to take these 2 hormone pills for another month and a half, I think it is.
Oh, those make you tired too.
Yeah. Those, I'm really mad at those because those have made me gain weight, and I was really doing good with my weight. I was at my top, I was at 238 pounds, and I got all the way down to 180. And now I'm at 193. Not happy about that. I'm doing more. Then again, and I think Bill and Cindy understands this a lot too, is because they lost a lot of weight together. Cindy was incredible. She now runs marathons and stuff.
I didn't even recognize her.
When we saw her again after she had her weight loss, we didn't even recognize her.
She's a totally different person.
And she looks amazing.
But not in a bad way.
No, yeah, she looks amazing. And one of the things they did is they cut out drinking. And unfortunately, we went the opposite direction. We actually have, unfortunately, started drinking more than we used to. COVID and all.
I think...
but we're cutting back.
I think they might have gone vegetarian, too.
Yeah, I think they did, too. We did that for a while. Over a year, we went not full-on veg. But we went plant-based for the most part.
For the most part.
For over a year, but we didn't really find any major benefits. We still haven't eaten a hamburger. Gosh, coming up on 2 years, I think.
Yeah, you're going to get your grill out this summer.
I mean, a steak.
Smoke
we haven't
ribs.
had a steak or ribs, any of that stuff.
You have to make some ribs for your mom.
Yeah, I do. Hey Chris, you're asking where we are right now. Well, if you want to see exactly where we are,
just passing exit 26.
Just passing exit.
No, 86. Sorry, 86.
There's a GPS tracker that you can look at, and the GPS tracker is on a page with 2 more cameras. GPS tracker. I'm putting it in the chat right now. So in the chat, there's a link, Chris, that has a GPS tracker with also 2 more camera views. And also, if you click on the little icon of our motor coach, you can actually get telemetry information.
FYI, there's a Petro.
Okay.
That's what it looks like.
If you click on the little icon on the GPS tracker, you can get telemetry information about our motor coach.
Older Dutch Star that we're passing. We're about 50 miles south of Louisville.
Louisville.
I don't know how they pronounce it with the accent.
So did the clock update or anything on still arriving at 4:40? It says. Wonder if that's adjusted. 4 hours and 22 minutes remaining. It was an 8-hour day. I drove 2 hours. You drove. We'll drive at 2 hours, 4 hours. Oh, so you will. So you only have 22 minutes before your 2 hours is up. Is that right?
Sounds about right.
Huh. Because it's an 8-hour day, both drive twice, I guess, yeah.
If you're up for it, love. I mean, I can keep driving.
Well, I can drive.
It doesn't matter.
You might have to bring us.
We'll stop at some point so Loki can get out.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. So, if you click on the middle right-hand button there, it'll show you what's ahead. It might tell you rest stops.
Well, I haven't gotten the thing for my 2-hour mark yet on the GPS.
Okay.
So I'm fine though. It's all good.
Well,
all good in the neighborhood. He is passed out on the floor, isn't he? It's because it's a nice smooth road right now. He was even getting annoyed with all the bumps in Nashville.
Bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm working on a little thing here.
And I'm driving.
And Brenda's driving. "51 minutes slower." What? 51 minutes slower tolls.
Oh, it wants to know if you want to take a different route that's 51 minutes slower.
Oh, don't do that.
Just ignore the GPS lady on my phone. I know where I'm going. I could probably find our way back to Byron without a GPS at this point. just giving myself some room between those semis, because that one semi was riding the other one's butt. I don't know why. But now he's flying by him.
You're using the wrong password, Sue.
What, love?
Nothing. It's just Sue was using the wrong password and locked herself out. So I'm trying to figure out how to unlock her.
Going down a long hill, I just turned on my engine brake so I don't have to heat up my brakes. And it keeps me pretty much at a constant speed so I don't get too fast and out of control, which you never want to do. Be very dangerous. Trees are just starting to bud out here. The trees were really full in Texas, and now they're getting really sparse again.
Okay, Let's see. Where are y'all heading to? Biggin says. Well, it says right there in the title, heading back to Byron, New York.
Maybe he meant today, though.
if you mean today, however, as Brenda says, we are heading to.
We're gonna stop just north of Columbus, Ohio. In the Lowe's parking lot.
We don't like driving at night. We prefer driving in the daytime. There's a lot of reflections in a square box that happens. A lot less traffic, mind you, driving at night, but it's you don't really want
windshield with lots of reflections.
You don't really want to arrive at a campground or an RV resort at nighttime, anyways, because you might not always know the resort, and then getting it parked.
They had closed the exit because they were working on the exit that construction work. They were working on the exit that we were supposed to get off at. So it's just harder to navigate around all of that in the dark when you're in a different area. So it's always easier just to navigate in the daytime.
Heads up there to braking.
Yeah.
Lots of braking. Dave, thanks. You can call me UV light. Oh, UV light. UV. Huh, okay, UV. Can I ask if either of you slept while the other drives? Nope, not usually. We usually don't drive such long days. Usually they're only 4 hours at a time we like to drive, but since we're trying to get all the way from Texas to upstate New York, which is quite a distance in the U.S.
I think it was like over 1,400 miles.
Over 1,400 miles. We're trying to get there in 3 days to beat the weather fronts that come through, so we drive longer days.
Yeah, usually this route, because of the spring storms and everything, we tend to do the longer days. But typically we like to do shorter days.
Loda says it's good to see me and you. Hi.
Barrel was in that lane. Bump.
Oh, big bump, big bump. Ugh. Ugh.
Construction.
Bad construction zone. Another big bump coming up.
Something in the road over on the right.
Sod. A sod. Somebody dropped sod. This is not a good
Another
road.
big bump.
Another big bump. Oh, that's going to make the car in the back bounce around a lot. The motorcycle doesn't like it much either.
Yeah.
Uneven lanes. Watch out, motorcycles.
Yeah, this is a bad construction
Biggin
zone.
says, you know, you had your Tiffin for a while. What's your thought on Thor buying out Tiffin? We did a whole video on that.
Biggins works in Red Bay.
Yeah.
I forget who he is in Red Bay, but he works there. He's one of the techs or something.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find a video link for you. Yep. Darn it. Bus,
See, like, here's an
bus,
example
bus.
of why I'm going slower is because these roads are just so horrible. I'm not going to go faster and bounce around my house as much as I can try to avoid it, which I can't, but slowing down will help. The semis are slowed down too. Forget what you were talking about.
Biggin, here's our thoughts on Thor. We did a video on it, so I'm linking you in the chat group to our thoughts on Thor buying Tiffin, and you can watch that at your leisure. That'll much easier. Randy says, hello from Orlando area. I need to get my wife driving our 45 motor coach as well. She will not until she has lessons or two. Any recommendations, Brenda?
I didn't really take lessons. It's funny. Our very first coach was a 2008 Gulfstream Tourmaster, which is 43 foot. And there's the guy with the sod. And they basically hand you the keys and say, okay, bye, have fun. So David white knuckled it 3 hours down the road, which felt like 6. But once he got proficient in driving, he was giving me tips on how to do it. And then what I did was I went from rest stop to rest stop. So basically in an area that we're familiar with.
I'll be right back.
So we knew the rest stop was only going to be, 30 miles to the next one or something. Start off slow and in an area you're familiar with. And so you just pull onto the highway, do your 30 miles or whatever, and then pull off at the next rest area. And, just start slow. I've been driving since 2008, so it really isn't a big deal anymore. It's just like getting in the car. But it is very daunting at first, that's for sure. And just know your limits. If you're not comfortable driving in the rain or, driving in the hills or something, then, don't do it. And you'll get there eventually. But driving schools, there's quite a few of them out there. They do have good tips and tricks and everything too. A lot of times if you go to an RV rally, they'll have instructors there too, like an FMCA rally or, a bigger rally. So. But I'm glad that she's open to driving it, because that was one of our things, was if we got into this lifestyle, we didn't want to have just David know how to drive or hook up the car or hook up or at the campground, do the water and the sewer and all that. Because God forbid something happens to David, and he can't drive, but he can travel, like my best friend Trish. She broke her foot And so she's got one of those boots on her foot. She can travel and everything. She just can't drive because it's on her right foot. Well, are you going to want to get stuck somewhere for 8 weeks while you've got this boot on your foot? Or do you want to travel and, be able to move on? So it's one of those things where we both agreed that we both would know how to drive. It's okay, Luke. It's okay, buddy. I know you woke up and Daddy was gone, huh? Sorry, buddy. I can't help the bumpy road.
Yeah, these roads out here are these Kentucky roads are not good.
It's like they just do patches instead of replacing the whole road. They just do patches, so you're like bumping around all the time. 12 miles. We're going to be doing the 265 around Lowville.
Not looking at my computer right now. Just trying to get situated. A few things going on here.
Technically, I've been driving more than 2 hours if you consider that we jumped an hour.
Oh, here you go. Here you go. Go ahead and throw that. I knew, I had a feeling you were going to throw that, because I usually am the one who says that. So you've been driving coming up on 3 hours now. I see. Okay, because of the time zone shift.
Yeah. We'll look for something on the other side of Louisville to get the dog out and stuff.
Yeah, and we'll switch driving. My computer's using a lot of power for some reason. I plugged into your cell phone charger, the USB charger. I don't know if that's going to help much. But I was down to 29%. Yeah, these roads are not been the greatest. Well, we currently have 4 hours left to go, 267 miles. And the traffic hasn't been the best. A lot of semis, a lot of semi actions. You can see the one right next to us here.
That's a Monday.
It's a Monday, yeah.
A lot of times they do have to take time off, so a lot of times that's why Sunday the roads aren't as bad.
Yeah, we had except for the rain and the accident, and then the construction. But for the most part, the 10-hour a day we did pretty well.
Yeah.
Man, is this, what are we in an area, or like?
Well, we're coming up to Louisville.
Oh, we're not. Oh, darn! I was hoping we were getting out of it at this point.
No.
Because this has been like this for a while.
I just said, and it's 8.6 miles now. We're going to hit the go around to Louisville.
Okay.
So we're on the outskirts of it.
Watch this guy. Do you remember the address of Southwoods? Shoot.
I want to say 6478, but that's not right. 6479? I don't know. Oh, jeez. Waffle House on the left. That's just our little road trip game that we made up, for those of you that are wondering.
1.75 miles. Take exit 125A on the right to I-265 East.
You good? Maybe 65 East will have a better road.
265.
Yeah, I'm sorry. 65. It says there's a speed trap. Broken down car. Oh, man. I'm really going to have to check that Tesla to make sure it's I know it's secure. I just want to make sure nothing's loosened up or done anything weird. There's another one.
And they're not even potholes, it's just the road.
Take exit 125A on the right to I-265 East.
What the heck? Oh, shoot. I lost my mapping.
Is that my phone?
Yeah.
Just scroll down and it'll still be there, love.
When you say scroll down,
Just swipe the screen down. Because the maps, it goes off of the screen, but if you...
no, the map is not here. I mean, it's like, where did you have it mapped to? Lowe's Home Improvement?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, back on track.
Continue on I-265.
Okay. Okay, so now we're on a different road. Well, hopefully it'll be as better, or
Hopefully.
let's see if things are still working, and then see if you can find.
Well, we got you on the other side of Louisville, love.
Oh,
And this hasn't said that I've been driving 2 hours yet. I don't think it did. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
okay. Let's see here.
Still doing fine. Fine, 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 as your mom would say.
Bye, Biggins. He probably already left, though. Eminem and the gang says, good morning from California. I'm just catching up, guys. KT on the road. The road seems to be pretty bad. Yes, it was. I-65 in Indianapolis to Nashville, blah, blah, blah. And the roads was really horrible. The moment we crossed the state line from Indiana to Kentucky. Well, this road seems a little better, that's for sure.
Oh, man.
What?
Now you jinxed us.
Oh, jeez, you're right.
Just like you did with the rain yesterday. So it was all your fault.
Smoke over there.
A lot of smoke in the air.
Yeah. That's weird.
going so slow today?
I don't know. It's very weird.
It's a 65 road, and I keep having to step on my brake, getting down to 60.
Can you get around this guy?
There's a lot of traffic in the left lane. Because everybody's trying to go around. It smells like a campfire. That smoke in the air.
Yeah.
So someone must be burning a pile of stuff.
So it looks like Sue is putting in the calendar stuff because she was trying to get access to update the calendar. So I don't know what happened there.
The semi that was holding everybody up. It's going slow.
A little quiet out there on the chat today. People are just kind of watching us, I guess. So.
How thrilling and exciting.
Thrilling and exciting. We got a couple more. We still got 3 hours and 45 minutes to go. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I'll stop this video since there's not much talk going on right now. I'll stop this video, and as long as you're subscribed, lurking, they said. As long as you're subscribed to us and clicked on the little bell to be alerted to new videos, you'll know when we go back live again. So as we get close to our destination, and like we had fun yesterday, not being able to get off at two separate exits because one was closed and one was not there any longer.
Yeah, reworking that whole area.
We'll see what happens when we get to the Lowe's parking lot that we're going to park in. We've stayed there a few times before.
Yeah.
So we're hoping the same. So what we'll do is we'll go offline now, and we'll come back online probably about 30 minutes or so before we we get there. Right now it's 3 hours and 45 minutes away. We're going to be making a stop at a rest stop at some point too. So any case, we'll pause this video. If you're watching it live, please join us later on. And if you're not watching it live, if you're watching it recorded, then you'll notice no gap at all because YouTube will just stitch it together at the end. And this means nothing to you watching it after the fact. But for any of those watching us live right now, we're going to go offline and then we'll be back online with the same stream a little bit later. Okay? We'll talk to y'all later. Oh, big bump. So, see you in a little while. Hopefully, you'll be back with us.
Bye.
Bye. Hang on, I just gotta pause the video stuff.
We'll be back in about 3 hours.
Yeah, we'll be back in about 3 hours. Okay, so while Brenda's doing that, I'm gonna just get things situated here. Hopefully.
Yeah, we've definitely stopped at this rest area before. Look at these high curbs
I know.
that they put in. Alrighty.
So hopefully we're gonna be good here, and we'll get back online. And when we stop and do the get fuel in 31 miles, we'll do the fuel game. So that's coming up. How exciting, I know.
Continue on I-71.
Okay, I'm pretty sure we're live, so we are. So in any case, we're back. We just made a brief stop. We've been driving for a couple more hours. We made a brief stop at a rest stop to let Loki out and what have you, because we're going to stop for fuel up here, and we don't like to let him out at a fuel stop. We are about 15 minutes away from, I think, after the fuel stop.
Yes.
The fuel stop is 30 miles from here.
And we got about 52, 53 miles after that.
Yeah. So then that'll be a Lowe's that we're going to be stopping at for the night.
Yes, we've stopped there before, actually, last year. And probably on our way down south.
So, nothing eventful happened while you were away. For those of you who are watching us on our other live cameras, you saw that nothing really transpired. There was nothing.
Got into some traffic in Cincinnati. It looks like there's a big bridge that goes over the river into Cincinnati, and they're doing construction on the bridge, so traffic was backed all the way up, but I had us rerouted around Cincinnati, so that wasn't as bad. It's always best to do the go-arounds of the cities.
Yeah.
It only adds like maybe another few miles, like 5 miles I think added or something, but it's so worth it unless you're stuck in traffic and congestion.
Making an adjustment here into the image. There we go. So yeah, Loki's right here doing well. He's just in his place. He just kind of likes to travel. He hangs out and sleeps and kind of does his thing.
When we left the last rest area, he was up eating his breakfast and drinking as we pulled out. So he gets up and stretches if he needs to.
He does.
He just prefers to just hang out and lay there.
Yeah, we love having him. The only downside is he decides he wants to lay right in front of the passenger chair.
Yeah. Can't leave between us.
No, can't leave between us. We tried right here.
Yeah.
He likes to lay right there. That's okay, as long as, I mean, he's super traveling now. We thought for sure he would be on the couch
When we travel, yeah.
when we travel, but nope.
Because he likes to sleep on the couch at night. When we go to bed, he sleeps on the couch.
When we stop for fuel, I'm definitely going to try getting some of these bugs off the windshield. A lot of bugs on the windshield. So the live stream that we mentioned that is online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, as long as we have data, can be found. I'll put that in the chat. 2 other live cams. Our 2 other live
You need your pillow, buddy?
cams.
Yes, I got the dog a pillow when we
And
were traveling too.
GPS tracker can be found here. So I'm putting the link for those who don't know in the chat group right now. It's also in the description of our video. Those are 2 other live cameras that are live when we're traveling. Then when we're stopped, like when we get to Southwoods, there'll be more cameras that you'll be able to look at. But right now you got the front, you got the rear, and you got this one, and the GPS tracker is also on there. But most of you coming back on already know that, I'm guessing at this point. So, in any case,
So yeah, we are in Ohio now. We just did the go around to Cincinnati. We're heading towards Columbus, Ohio. We'll stop for fuel just on the south side of Columbus, Ohio, and we're going to be staying for the night just on the north side of Columbus, Ohio.
and then tomorrow we only have 6 more hours. Woo-woo.
Something like that, yeah.
So we're going to get up early because we want to get in early because we want to be able to hopefully park at our site. Mike has said that he'll probably have the electric on there back in the, because we're in the furthest part of the campground, the most furthest point you can get away from anybody. Well, that sounds weird, but it's true. The most furthest point away that you can go in the campground, literally a half mile from the entrance.
Yeah.
And so it's usually the last place to get power in the park.
And water.
And water, yeah.
Because being in upstate New York, it's a seasonal campground, and they open May 1st, but when they close in October, they drain all the water lines and everything so they don't freeze. They don't have issues.
And we know we want to get all hooked up and ready to go and stuff because the next day it's supposed to be in the 30s and snow and rain.
Yeah.
On Wednesday. So that's okay. We've been in the snow and rain before and stuff, but I'd like to have power for it, of course.
Yeah.
And so we'll fill up here, and then we'll fill up one more time right before we get to our stop.
At Southwoods.
At Southwoods. Hey, wasn't there the last time when we went back last year, didn't we stop at a different place for fuel?
Yes and no.
Okay.
It was the same exit, but we normally went to the Pilot Flying J. But since we have the EFS discount card, we went to the TA across the street.
Oh, okay. Still the same thing.
Same exit, same everything.
Still
yeah.
about then we're about 40 miles or so away from Southwoods at that point.
Yeah.
And so we'll have mostly a full tank of gas at that. You know, I mean it's a 150 gallon tank, as you know, most of you know. So
We'll easily get through the whole season.
Yeah, we usually don't even use a quarter tank of gas or anything like that for heat.
Yeah.
And that's basically it showers that uses our heat. Well, this time of year, April and May and stuff, we'll be getting up. It'll cold, we'll be needing heat. But for the most part, our electric floors and stuff do really, really well for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you buy a new motor coach or anything like that, and they have the option for heated floors, get the heated floors. Our Machete asks, David, have you done any research on the universal toll modules, or just using two different ones? Universal toll modules? I'm not sure what you mean by universal toll modules. Never heard of such a thing.
I don't know.
And I'm guessing that's not a typo. Toll as in toll roads, expressways, whatever. The only time we ever hit a toll road on our entire trip is when we get to New York.
Yeah, as soon as you cross over.
Yeah, that's...
Which, by the way, we should probably get that out so we don't forget.
Oh, yeah, good point. In fact, let's do that right now.
Well, if you want.
Yeah, well, I do, because...
And then you can fix his pillow. So Loki's head is on the pillow. Because, you know, it's all about the dog.
He's going to say, what? A new drawer?
I didn't know there was a drawer there.
So we have our Easy Pass that we use in New York State.
And that's also good in Indiana and other places, but we just haven't been to anywhere that...
Oh,
really
by the way,
it.
those toll booths should not be there anymore.
Well, it's going to take them, it's going to take them a while to get them down, though, love.
Yeah.
New York State is getting rid of all their toll booths, and they're doing the overhead passes. So right now the toll booths are inactive, but they're in the process of removing them, which is going to take a while.
Used on the toll roads.
Oh, there's no universal one, because Florida has its own, which I think you can use in Georgia, but I'm not positive. It's been years since
Rich and Sue says, do you pay for electric, or is that included? It depends on the campground. For us, our seasonal site in Southwoods, we pay electric.
Yes, it's metered.
Then again, a seasonal site in Southwoods for 6 months, May to October, 6 months, is only like, I think they get only $1,700 for the entire season, plus electric. So that's a little close, buddy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it doesn't amount to much. I mean, I think our electric bill monthly is about $140.
Yeah, it's not bad. And remember, we're charging our Tesla on that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I never heard of never did hear of universal toll things.
No. I know Texas has one that I believe you can use in Oklahoma and a few other states. The New York State Easy Pass, the Easy Pass system, you can use in a few different states. There's no universal one that I know of.
Yeah.
I just got rid of actually our Florida Sun Pass one because we had it for years, but we hadn't been back on a toll road there in years, so it became stagnant. And they actually contacted us and said, "You haven't used this in such and such amount of time. Would you still like to have it, or would you like your refund?" And I think we had like $13 left on it or something.
He says they're available for sale and available on Newmar coaches as an option. Never heard of such a thing, because different states have different type of systems.
Yeah.
So I know the one in Florida, the SunPass system, doesn't work with the one in New York. The one in New York doesn't work with the one in Texas.
Yeah.
Nor Colorado.
They're different transponders, so I don't know.
I'm not sure how that would actually work, unless like it can do multiple frequencies, and each frequency is a different vendor, and then you basically, it does something with your bank account or something. I would have no idea how that would work. Not that it's not possible. I'm sure it's possible, obviously.
Because each speed, Easy Pass or whatever that you have you have to put money on the account. So like our New York State one, I only have like $25 on the account. And when it gets down to like $10 or $5 or something, it replenishes back up. Same with the Sun Pass that we had. I only did like $20 on it or something.
Okay. It's itmsignup.com. Rich and Sue says, plate pass is somewhat universal. Brenda is correct.
What am I correct about?
Different places, I'm thinking they mean different places have different types of setups.
Yeah.
Playing by your plate is much more expensive.
Oh, they give you the link? Or did they just say that?
That's what he replied, I think, to somebody else. Integrated toll module, ITM. A nationally compatible vehicle integrated toll collection transponder. Well, it looks like select your vehicle. The only one they have listed is Audi. That's the only vehicle listed. And there's nothing in regards to being able to get one. Can I purchase one? Currently, it's only being sold independently. The system is available to factory integration only. So right now, according to this, it's only Audi. And you can't do it, it's not something you can buy yourself. So yeah, that's why we don't know much about it. Somebody said, David, it's called National Pass. Randall Rich says, do your pets sleep the entire time you're driving? Ours does, and I think it's the motion. Thanks for the info on the toll passes. We have Florida Easy Pass, which I think might be good for a few states. Yeah, Loki usually just passes out right down here, and he stays there most of the time, just passed out.
He'll wake up, look around, roll over, and go back to sleep.
Usually don't see much of them, though.
Yeah.
Except when we stop, like for gas, he'll pop up and you'll see him then, if the camera's turned this way. By the way, we're 10 miles to the gas stop, so our machete, I know you just said that's not correct. You can purchase it yourself cheaper than Newmar cost. I went to the website that was listed, and I'm only going by what is stated on the website. So,
excuse me. They're mowing the lawn out there.
So the website you sent me to has no such information in regards to doing that, and the FAQ actually said that you can't. Now, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that the information you sent me in for the URL doesn't say that at all. So I don't know where we would get one or anything like it. Brian says, we need a Loki cam. Well, you get a lot of Loki when we're parked. You can look at the outside camera. We have a passenger side outdoor cam that looks forward from underneath our slide, and you can usually see Loki outside in his bed or hanging out or playing ball or whatever. So there is a Loki cam when we're parked.
Yeah, when we're parked, he likes to hang out outside in the fresh air. It's nice in Texas when we can just leave the front door open and he can go out there. He's tied up, but he can go out there and then he can just come back in when he wants to.
I think the only toll passes we would probably use is New York State, because we go back and forth on the thruway a lot to my mom's.
Yeah.
And we would probably use the one in Texas.
Yeah.
Because it's the only two places that we really are. Like, we usually, as soon as we leave New York, we don't have any toll roads. I mean, all the way to Arizona.
Yeah, nothing.
So, yeah, these are getting really, we were talking on the way earlier when we weren't online, and we're really getting tired of driving the East Coast roads. So going from Texas to upstate New York, these roads are just, most of them are just so bad and so congested. It no longer makes it pleasurable. It's more of a
nuisance.
Yeah, it's too much of a thinking game. And let me tell you, there's a lot of bad drivers out here. Oh my gosh, there are so many bad drivers. It's just we've witnessed so many close calls just on this trip alone that we're surprised something didn't happen or whatever, and we said thank goodness, because we had nowhere to go if that took place.
Just people merging into lanes that aren't even looking,
So,
I mean, that's just, we see that all the time where they just merge right over.
So two things. One's really funny, but one's really bad. One is the time, and the guy has a tablet strapped to his steering wheel, and he's doing something on his tablet.
Yeah.
It was a truck driver.
Yeah.
She looked over and he had a tablet on it.
Over both lines.
Both lines. And then the other one.
And not like just a little bit over, but he was like halfway over. It was bad.
And another one, a car went by, and well, let's just say the driver, the female passenger, was entertaining the driver. And so he was swerving a little bit.
Yeah.
That was the things you can see from up here when you look down into vehicles.
Yeah. And you know, you might just glance down or whatever, and that's what you see.
Yeah, so traveling this route, we are very tiresome of. It's just...
It's not the scenery or the route itself. It's just the roads.
The roads
and the traffic.
The congestion.
When you're out west, it's just so much more open, which is so much more relaxing. The roads, you don't have potholes the size of your tires, usually.
Rich is funny. He's like, your YouTube cams and your other cams are almost in sync, only behind 1.6 seconds. Got you on 4 monitors. Brian's, I'm looking forward to the Tesla style full auto drive for my coach. Yeah, I don't know of any motor coaches that have full auto drive like a Tesla would.
Well, now they're doing those autonomous drivers between Tucson and Phoenix.
Those are semi-trucks.
And the semis, yes.
On the right to Ohio 435, then keep right.
I am not aware of an RV. I'm not aware of an RV.
No.
Then again, I haven't researched our new RVs in a while. We were just talking about that the other day too. We can't it's amazing. We've been in this rig for 8 years now. It doesn't. First off, it still feels new and looks new. For the most part, people think it's new, and
Yeah, when we tell them it's a 2014,
yeah.
they're like, what?
By the way, Waffle House over there. See.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That was a good one. There's a Waffle
you're getting
House
off,
over
you're
there.
getting
though.
off in one of mine.
I know, love. There's a Waffle House right over there, though.
That's what I said, Waffle House. You're getting off?
I thought you pointed over there.
No, I pointed right there.
Oh.
You're getting off.
I know.
Okay, I got to put the computer down so I can do this.
I know where I'm going.
Brenda says she knows where she's going. I wish I did sometimes. So we're going to be stopping for fuel, and we'll play the fuel game.
Keep right
And
on US 35 Northwest.
I'll have to have Brenda look it up and see
Going
how
to
much
the TNA over
how much it is per gallon on our discount card.
there. I will write it down this time, too.
So, and it looks like we have a half a tank of fuel. You got a green light.
Yes, I know.
You got a green light.
I know.
Oh.
I'm not going fast around the corner, though.
No, I know that. It just kind of felt like you were about to stop.
Because I got to
Go-
find where I'm going. I
TNA.
might be going there.
TNA, right?
Yes. I couldn't tell what was over there, love. It's okay.
Says the person who said, I know right where I'm going.
Well, I got confused because there's a Wendy's there, and they're usually in the truck stops. And their sign was really high.
No, it's TNA right there.
I
Big
see.
sign says TNA.
I see.
Can't miss the hard thing on the right-hand side. Good news is we have the wind going with us right now, so we're getting. Go ahead and say it. No, it's my driving. Go ahead and say it. Hey, what do we got? 7.1
7.1 right now.
since we started out when I took over driving.
Yeah, because we turned off the engine
We didn't turn
at
it off.
that
we
one
didn't-
rest stop
Yeah, but not the second one.
when we made our lunch. And
Okay, now the fun part of, will we get into a stall right away?
and one looks open.
In 500
over
feet,
here.
arrive at Travel Centers of America
Yeah,
on the
stay
right.
ahead.
Are they open?
Yep, looks like it. I do not see any blockages. I mean, these are all open. Not that one. There's a truck there.
Yeah, I'm going over here.
Okay.
I'm going with my original plan.
Go with your plan.
You don't want to ever go really fast into a truck stop.
Oh my gosh, so most of them are really bumpy and
most
bad.
of them are really bad because of all the heavy traffic.
Okay. Loki. Psst. Psst. There you go.
Here we go, bud.
Okay. We try to warn them about that because it's a little startling.
It startles him when he's settled down.
Loki,
and...
back. Thank you. Daddy has to get out, Loki.
Do you want me to turn the engine off?
No.
Okay, so right now...
Brenda's going to give you the stats so you can play the fuel game.
We are just a smidgen...
Noki, you're not getting out, buddy.
Oh, you turned the camera on. We are just a smidgen under half a tank.
Smidgen.
And when David goes out, I'll grab my phone, which is over on the other side.
There's Brian. There, I put the camera on you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Well, you can show him Loki if you want.
Yeah, he'll
Okay,
go
fuel
over the
card.
drive.
Fuel card.
Gloves.
Gloves. Unlock deadbolt, unlock door. Loki, stay.
Okay, so we're just a smidgen under half a tank. We have a 150-gallon tank. Look, up there. And on my app, once I log in. Okay, we are going to be paying $2.75 a gallon.
Okay, we're fueling. Ah, slow pump. Good thing we don't have to do a whole tank. It's a lot slower than the other pump we did yesterday. Okay, I'm going to go back and check the car. Oh, actually, I'm going to do the windshield. Try to.
No, you're not getting out, Pumpkin.
This is where bugs and all comes in a lot better. And the squeegees are probably really easily bad. Ugh. Yeah, this is not going to be good. Yeah, it's going to be better than it was. Oh, come on. It's actually smearing the window.
Is it up here?
Well, I guess it's one advantage of having a slow pump is it gives you time to do the windshield.
In 1/4 mile, turn right on I-71 North. In 1/4 mile, turn right on I-71 North.
Just finish your breakfast. Good boy. Still normal.
Just stop pumping.
No. There you go. David's done with the window. Grab the pump.
Almost done.
Doggy. Keep an eye on Daddy, okay?
Okay.
Lots of bugs out. It is the season. But there's quite a few open bays here, so we're not worried about any truck holding up any truckers. Trailer, car. Hey, pumpkin. Right. Now that was quite a savings.
Was it? Compared to yes, I thought it was a lower savings.
Well, I'm just saying, their regular price is $3.25 a gallon.
326.
Yeah, $3.26, and we're paying $2.75.
Oh wow! I got the stuff covered.
Okay.
So.
I turned the camera around so they could see Loki.
Okay. Oh, and now my butt. Sorry, guys.
I programmed in the lows since you had accidentally deleted it.
Yeah.
And I did the go around, and so that added 9 minutes. The go around.
Is that
Still,
what
we've got an hour and 7 minutes.
Is that what we normally do? Is the go around?
Yes. In Columbus, yeah.
Okay. Here's your bed, Luke. Okay.
Or your bed and Loki stays in the chair.
You want to take us in?
I could do that, yeah.
Good boy, Luke. Oh, now he's driving. Loki's gonna drive.
So that's
Okay.
okay, Loke. You're gonna have to move, Pumpkin.
Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. Brenda's going to continue driving us to our destination.
Yes.
And I'm going to open up the computer here real quick and see what we got going on. That's a really nice looking cab on that semi up there.
Oh, yeah. It's got that detailed nicely.
Okay, I'm just going to reload the page here, make sure I have the current connect to the internet. Oh, yeah, I gotta wait for that. Okay. See what we got going on here. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, so I was pretty close in regards to what I thought it was going to be when I told
you were.
So
I only told them the price we're paying and where our fuel gauge was.
Okay, of course, and it's a 150-gallon tank.
So I didn't ruin it this time.
So are you doing this? The price am I looking at? Is this based on our cost?
That's what is
Okay.
on the pump there.
Okay.
You'd have to look at the app to see what our cost was.
Where'd you get this number from? On the pump?
Right there.
So what are they calculating it on?
You have to look at the app.
Oh, I thought you had done that, Pumpkin. That's that's my point.
No.
So here's the FS. I've never used the app before, so bear with me. Is this Jeffersonville?
It'll probably log you out, and then you just have to log back in again. And your
Account activity?
account activity will pop right up. And it should be the last one that we just did.
Okay, TNA Jeffersonville.
That's it.
Okay, so
Jeffersonville?
TA Jeffersonville, 219. Yeah.
Is that where we are? Yes.
Yeah. You're the one usually asking me. Look at how neat. Oh, they can't see it. Oh well.
That's nice. That's a cross-country cab.
Okay, so now this is our discounted price is what we were doing, guys. Okay. So the actual price was $205.86. $205.86. So who came closest to $205.86? Whoa, Mitch.
I really wish.
$205.55.
I really wish they would give you instructions on to where the exit was.
You didn't look.
Well,
Or look up there, maybe right in front of you.
Right
where
at the signal
signal light. Yeah.
gotta get around these trucks.
Okay,
That's
Mitch.
a big truck stop.
Mitch Quantant. He said
Vanessa and Mitch.
He said 205.55, and it was. What did I just say? It was 205.86. Oh my gosh! You get the super shout out, Mitch. You win the Guess the Fuel game. And here's your shout out. Whoop, whoop. That's it. That's what you get.
Yep.
All of that for that. So in any case, wow, Mitch, that was pretty impressive.
Where am I going?
Are you?
Turn right on Factory Shops Boulevard, then take the first left.
Yeah. There, now the GPS has me.
I was going to say, you don't know where you're going again?
No, I do, but the GPS wasn't. There it goes.
I had said we needed about 75 gallons, and that's what I told Brenda, and we took 74.61 gallons.
Yeah.
So my guess was pretty good in regards to gallons. And we got the windshield cleaned off, which is nice. I can't reach very high. They don't have tall
Turn
enough
right on
things,
I-71
and I didn't
north.
want to break out my cleaning gear. But Rich, wow! I mean, Mitchell, outstanding job. He said 74.5 gallons.
As Vanessa and Mitchell.
Nicely done. Whoop, 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 whoop. And Brian, I did say it was 74.61 gallons.
Oh man, outlet center right here, babe.
Well,
Oh, COVID.
a lot of cars there, though. Well, not a lot, but we're surprised outlet centers don't let RVs park overnight. I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be like the perfect thing for them to allow to do.
Not that we've gone anywhere
No,
lately.
we haven't done anything lately. But wow, Mitchell, I am
Continue
like
I-71.
floored by that one. Floored, I say. Just like Brenda is right now trying to get on the entrance ramp.
Yeah.
Right,
That
look.
was good, dear. 75 gallons. It was
Yeah.
74.6.
Yeah,
Almost like you knew what you were doing.
almost. Usually almost. Not always, but usually almost.
What am I hearing? Did you still have the
Yeah,
audio on?
I checked the audio.
Okay.
Just moving this over a little bit to show more of my lovely wife. Because they rather see you than me.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
There we go. And Mr. Loki. Mr. Loki. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're so happy now, huh? We're almost to our parking lot. Yay. But you know this parking lot. You've run around in the grass field and the water basin.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Good boy. Okay. Ugh. Let's get back over here. Rich and Sue says we could see the pump. Wait, are you kidding? You couldn't really see the pump, could you?
They probably couldn't, love.
Okay. Well, I didn't know where you had the camera. That's why.
Well, you had the camera angled this way,
Yeah.
but I had moved it when Loki moved over there.
Okay.
But even angled, there's no way because it's down below the window.
Bri-
That was funny, though.
Brian says, you said it as fast as I typed it. I think Mitchell works at TSD IT department. So he looked.
And he was off a few cents just to make it look good.
Just to make it look good. You don't want to be exact because
Yeah.
that would give it away.
Stretch, dear.
I can't. The seatbelt's stopping me. Oh, look, you okay? Sorry.
You're okay,
sorry,
bud.
My foot hit his foot, and he wasn't. No, it's okay, Luke. It's okay, bud. You're good. Okay, go get water or something. Oh boy. Needed to get something for my glasses here. So I'm excited that we only have another 66 miles. And then I'm even more excited that tomorrow is the short drive day as compared to the last 2 days.
Hi, pumpkin.
And we will be pulling into... nope.
Stay over
We will
there.
be pulling into Southwoods tomorrow.
Yes.
And we'll then be set up, and then I have to go to work. Southwoods is installing 36 new campsites, all pull-throughs.
More campsites, yep.
36, they're expanding. They're installing 36 new pull-through campsites.
They need them.
And
They're always turning people away.
Yeah, and I'm helping with the project. Of course, I'm putting in the Wi-Fi, and that's just in that area.
Running all the cables.
So I'll be doing all the cabling and stuff for that. And if everything goes well, every access point will be hardwired and not bridged at all with any wireless bridges. And I'm going to have, for 36 campsites, I'm going to have, what was my plan? 1, 2, 3, 6, 8. I believe it's 8 access points to cover that area that it's in. The area is only 300 feet wide. I think it's 320 feet wide, deep, and 200 feet in the other direction. So each access point is capable of doing, with an RV, let's say 200 feet maybe. So I'm putting in at least 8. My current plan is 8 access points to handle them, and each access point is capable of 60 devices. So we should be fine. Augusto, when we get to Southwood, are we going directly to our campsite? That is our hope.
Yeah, Mike
our
says
hope.
he'll get the electric and water going for us. Got that keyboard up again.
And Loki must have. It's kind of weird. Full-size keyboard.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, this is, we're getting there. So yesterday, for those of you who are with us, we had some exciting times going when we got to our area where we were going to park.
Exciting times such as they closed the exit at nighttime because they were doing nighttime construction on the exit. And the next exit up that our GPS rerouted us to was no longer there because they're reworking that whole area where we were going.
Brian,
Famous last words, but I knew where we were going.
Brian Brian Nowish. Sorry, I mangle names. In any of your talks with campsites, does hardwiring Ethernet ever come up? Yes. And some asked, what about hardwiring every pedestal? Well, that's good. You can, if you want to put the expense in. Most RVs don't have routers in their motor coaches. So newer ones may have, Class A's may have, fifth wheels may have, but pull campers and stuff for the most part, they will not. So most RVs don't have hardwire because everything's wireless these days. So can be programmed also so you can limit bandwidth and stuff like that. And of course, keep guests off other guests and stuff like that. So while it can be done, and it is done in some places, in this wireless world, it's not really needed. And most rigs nowadays don't have routers, nor do they have an outside jack or anything to plug into as a router.
People get confused still about trying to get cable TV.
Yeah, people get confused enough on TV and stuff. Kevin Beemans, good morning from Australia.
Good morning.
Oof, some hard hit bumps. So it looks like we're going to be arriving approximately 5:45 p.m. Eastern Time.
Just under an hour from now.
Which is so Lowe's will still be open at the time and stuff like that. But the area we park in, we usually have pretty good luck getting a spot. At least
we park off to the side where it's pretty desolate.
Oh, roads. See, this is what really is starting to turn me off more and more about motor coaching is these roads.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about the infrastructure, the road infrastructure is so bad on the eastern seaboard. It is so bad. I mean, every time you drive one of these, it's like going through a 3.0 earthquake. And every one of those hits, I mean, a lot of those hits are, bam, they're hard. And it jostles things, and you don't know what's going to snap or break or whatever.
And this is our home, so everything is getting shaken.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Even if it wasn't our home, it's still a costly piece of equipment to own.
Yes.
But these roads are just so bad, and it's...
In the years that we've been traveling, the roads just seem to be getting worse and
worse.
And we have yet to see them getting any better.
We see work being done, but it constantly seems like the work is constantly... I mean, don't get us wrong, it's a lot of road. But it's like...
The work is not keeping up with the degradation of the road.
It makes me wonder, has anybody looked into using different materials to build the roads with? Or are they just going same old, let's just do it with asphalt, you know? But I'm sorry, but the stuff breaks down too easily with frost heaves and stuff like that. Concrete cracks, and then you have holes and patches. And nowadays, you would think you'd be able to use a different material.
Well, then don't forget, every time there's an overhead bridge, and you get the snow and the freezing, that's dripping down onto the highway and causing more potholes.
Yep. I mean, I cringe when I see a bridge coming up because you can't avoid it. I mean, you can't.
No.
They're just the road separates from the bridge, and it's a really hard hit. It's amazing. It's amazing. You don't feel it in your car. You do feel it in a motor coach. We don't look at, on this camera, we don't look at because the camera has motion stabilization built into it. So you don't see it, but you can surely hear it at times, you know, ka-thump. I mean, pretty hard hit. Now
get
we're
a
on
nice
a nice
patch
smooth
here.
road. Yay.
It said end of road work. I didn't see any road work.
Yeah, I
being
saw no
done.
road work. Yeah, end of road work. Where was the road work? It should have said end of our really bad road for now. Anyways, there is Mike Kern, who we're going to be seeing when we get there, owner of Southwoods. He's becoming a pilot of his own. He has his own plane, and so does Ronnie Bauer, the owner of North Texas Jellystone. He's got his own plane, and they're trying to talk me into getting my pilot's license. And Brenda, the other day when Mike, last Tuesday, a week ago, Tuesday,
yeah,
Mike flew from his home in
Tennessee
to Southwoods in 3.5 hours. And
normally it's a 14-hour drive.
Yeah. So we're driving from Texas to Southwoods, and I can do Texas to Southwoods in a plane, depending on the winds, obviously. He had a tailwind, so he didn't have to stop for any fuel. But from Texas to Southwoods, you'd probably want to stop once, at least, to fuel up. Same thing you're doing in your motor coach, but geez, you're going straight across. So much time savings, and
yeah.
Heck, in Burleson there's a community airport right there, a small airport that we can fly into, and then right where we go in Byron, right there in Batavia, literally 15 miles down the road is an airport, another small airport, just for small planes.
Yeah, so you don't have to fly into the big major airports.
Yep. And Mike has a hangar. And he was lucky enough to get a hangar out here in Byron for his plane, or Batavia. But even if you don't have a hangar, parking your plane there, they only charge, I think it's, to tie it down, I think he told me it was like $35 a month or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because they really, where they make money mostly is the fuel.
Yeah.
Because you're going to land there, you're going to fuel up. So in any case, they're trying to talk me into getting my pilot's license. I'd have no problem buying a plane.
I don't think you'd have any problem getting your pilot's license. You're good with all that technical stuff.
Yeah. What kills me about it, going through it with Mike, what kills me about getting a pilot's license is the amount of old school stuff you have to learn. Real old school stuff that's not even used anymore, but just in case,
Yeah.
We're talking about beacons where, there's a beacon going out and then, you basically move your plane back and forth to line yourself up with the beacon, based on the tones, and to find an airport or something like that. And nowadays, heck, GPSs, the Garmin flight GPSs, they'll fly the plane for you. You just tell it what you want to do, and you tell it what if you get a command from an air traffic control, please go to 8,600 feet, whatever. You just tell it, the Garmin, this is what we got to do, and it still goes up and it still does your flight path. And heck, they're even sophisticated enough now they'll land the planes. It's just amazing. But in any case, I do understand that if your GPS goes out or something like that, you got to be able to fly.
Yeah.
But they still rely on these old school radio beacons and stuff. VFR. Fly by VFR. And I think it's variable field radio or something like that. Because it's different frequencies depending on the airport you're going into. So in any case, but Brenda says I should do it, and I can buy a plane pretty cheap, get it outfitted, but a lot cheaper than a motor coach.
Yeah.
Hey guys, getting back to a couple questions here. Fred, so Tiffin question, how's your furniture been holding up? I did end up purchasing a brand new 2021 Tiffin Allegro bus, and our theater chair split at the seam.
Oh.
Oh, that's a bummer. We have had 0 seat issues with any of our furniture. The dining room chair, I use it all the time, so I tend to rock back in it, so I did loosen the bolts in that. My own fault. But all of our furniture's held up pretty well.
I have seen on the Facebook groups that some of the coaches that are newer than ours, they're getting a lot of the peeling of the pleather, because it's not real leather, you know. But they're getting a lot of the cracking and the peeling, and I think they had a bad batch or something, because a bunch of people got the material replaced.
John, there's a message from John Elam. The guy that built Southwoods is my brother-in-law, Terry Chappell.
Oh yeah.
Yep, Terry built the first part of Southwoods, and he sold it to Mike and Sue. But
Terry's still there.
Terry's still there.
Yeah.
He built a very small section of Southwoods. It wasn't as big as it is now.
Mike has an advantage in that he owned an excavation business before.
That's true.
So he's got all the heavy equipment and the knowledge to put in his own septic tanks and lines and.
Yep. But yeah, Terry Chappell, you're yep. Hey, it's interesting that you're following us. Hi. So that's pretty cool. Mitchell, only if you can live stream of David. Not sure what you mean by that, Mitchell.
Maybe he means in the plane? If you get a plane, can you live stream?
I don't know if you can live stream from the plane. I guess as long as you have cell phone data, yeah. I mean, but you're 6,500 feet in the air, line of sight to any cell tower. I don't know how well the phones would work.
See, somebody walking in the middle of a farmer's field with a dog on a leash.
They're out far.
That's weird.
They're out very far.
It's very strange. Something you don't see every day.
That's true, Brian. You know, you got to be prepared for any type of emergency event, flying a plane or equipment failure or anything like that. I don't doubt that I can learn to become a pilot, and probably I can do it in, you know, pretty short order. Well,
I wouldn't say that. You don't know what's going to happen.
I can pick it up. I'm pretty sure I can pick it up. You still need X number of hours and stuff like that, and be able to fly and pass not only a written test, but of course your pilot's test with and stuff. So of course there's a lot to it, and I don't know how many hours behind the stick you need. And I guess that would all come down to how comfortable you are and how quick you are and can do what's required. You got to renew it every year and stuff like that, and it just seems like a hassle. I have no idea what turbo fuel prices are for airplanes, you know, turboprops or anything like that. But that Ronnie's been. Every time I see Ronnie, he says, "Come on, you can do it. You can use my plane if you want." And Mike said the same thing. You can use my plane if you want to learn. I would do what Mike did. Mike, when his daughter bought him
his first lesson
for
his birthday.
Yeah, and so he went up and did that, and he enjoyed it.
He got hooked.
He decided he was going to go for it, and he did it. He did what I would do. He bought a plane. even before he had his license, or whatever. Because then he's learning in the plane he's going to test in and fly all the time.
Yeah.
Which is a smart thing. I mean, I don't want to be learning in a top level plane if I'm a top wing plane if I'm going to be flying a bottom wing plane, because it's different view and stuff like that. So in any case, I would end up probably buying, if I did it, took a couple training flights to see how I liked it. I would end up then, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to end up buying a plane.
For those of you following along on our GPS or anything, I'm slowed down because going through construction.
40 hours solo minimum, last he knew. That's a decade at least old. Kevin Nielsen said, yeah, private pilot's licenses require 40 hours. Few do it in that amount of time. Most require 55 hours. I can see that.
Yeah.
Mike.
I don't know how Mike did it because he's always super busy.
Yeah. But
to get away to do a few hours in the plane is hard for him.
He passed his written test. And he on April 6th, he went for his flight test, and he only failed one maneuver, and that was a steep banking turn, and maintaining altitude within 100 feet. So he had a bank turn the plane to come around, but in doing that, you also have to maintain 100 feet during that turn of elevation. And he crossed it by, I think he said 18 feet.
But the good news is
he only has to pass just that part now.
Yes.
So that's good.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do the whole thing again.
Fred, yeah, you can drop off your Tiffin at their shop, and they'll repair it and let you know when it's done. As far as does it delay how long it takes, it could, because
I'm sure
you're not there, so they get to work on it at their convenience, more or less. Might want to turn off that blower.
Yeah. Just thinking that. Going through the construction and all the dust and the dirt blowing up.
Visual flight rules, VFR, that's it. Visual flight rules. What am I thinking of? The beacon. It's another acronym. VIR. IFR.
This is all the highway that they're redoing, by the way, going into Columbus.
Brian has, he got his pilot's license. I had Red Jaguar 100 VOR, that's it. Fox, that's it. VOR, that's what I was. Thank you. I knew it was a three-letter thing. We have 39 miles to the Lowe's parking lot that we're going to be staying in. 39 miles, Red Jaguar. Brenda is obviously driving at this point. Loki's obviously passed out. Okay, you can turn the blower back on, please. Yeah, if I got my pilot's license, we would probably park the RV.
We could get back to Southwoods in a day.
Yeah, we'd be back to Southwoods in a day. We would probably end up buying a park model and putting it at Southwoods, keeping the motor coach in Texas,
And a barndominium.
And a barndominium that we're going to design and build. And then we would spend summers in Byron at Southwoods, and then come back to Texas, and then do Arizona or Texas or whatever, little trips here and there.
Probably have to get another car.
Yeah, we would have to get another car just to leave it in upstate New York. And we would just fly back and forth. That would be so nice.
Those people.
Wouldn't that be nice? That'd be so nice.
Like in Texas, Ronnie flew us to another town just for lunch. Oh, let's go get barbecue for lunch. Let's take the plane. Yeah, there's actually people that do that, apparently.
Yes, yeah, that was kind of fun. Just jumped in the plane, flew down to another place just to have barbecue.
Yeah, the barbecue place was like right across the street, so we could just walk right across, have lunch, walk back to the plane.
The traffic is just also, since we've been driving, has just gotten worse and worse. More and more cars on the road. It's just.
Last year was awesome.
Oh, we loved driving last year.
Because COVID shut everything down, so we just flew right through the cities and everything.
Didn't do any bypasses, nothing. Nobody was on the road. The roads were still bad, but nobody were on the roads.
There were truckers, but not nearly as many either.
Right, that's true.
But it was great. In 1 3/4 miles, take exit 101 on the right to I-270, then keep right.
Brian said, right, Nail Wash says, owning a plane makes a hole in the water for boats look like pocket change. Yeah, I'm not worried about getting a flight instructor. There's actually a few people right in
at
Batavia that do it, and they're not expensive at all. Cost of fuel, and I mean, I think he charged like $50 an hour or something like that. Ugh, sorry, babe. You're in construction with heavy traffic.
Yep. Story of my life.
Okay, I'm going to put the computer down, guys. Please talk amongst yourselves because
take exit 101 on
we're
the right
coming, for those watching the other cameras, we're coming into a really bad, large merging area. So this is not going to be pleasant at all. Brian, you have to step on the gas.
I am.
Yeah, this is right all construction. If you're looking out the other cameras, terrible, terrible, and it's all bad. Ick. This is the exit. Ick.
Yep.
20, 270.
Yep. This is the go around to Columbus.
Okay. Ugh. Very tight. And it says rough road. Wonderful. Just what we like, right, Lokers? I say jokingly. Oh, it is. Oh my gosh, the holes.
Camera's falling.
Oh.
Or tilting or something.
Wow. Look at this. This is bad. Watch our 70 feet.
Yeah.
Wow. Literally doing 20 miles an hour in this. And now we're merging. Good job, love. Good job.
That was like not only just straight, but droop, droop, droop.
How was that?
Droop, droop, droop. That's why I slowed way down. At that point, I don't care about the traffic behind me.
Only care about yourself.
I only care about myself and getting through it in one piece. Because they can't go around me.
Yeah, all they can do is get mad and.
All they can do is get mad, and that's so
They're not-
be it.
yeah.
I'm not going to cause an accident and have a bigger issue.
Looks like it's pretty heavily congested up here. Of
Yeah.
course, we are coming into the area that we're gonna. It's 5:47, so that's when our arrival time is. We're only 33 miles away, so it's 5 o'clock. Well, what time is it? Yeah. It's 5:12, so we're at rush hour, of course. Just our luck.
Yeah.
And we're going to be going into an area, Lowe's, which will still be open at the time.
And we went through 4 cities today, so we're bound to get rush hour at some point.
True. Guess we can't complain that much, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, hon, in another 6 hours we can be home. No? Okay.
No. We all need a break, dear.
I know we do.
Just because we can do it doesn't mean we should.
That's right. How you doing, bud?
Not to mention it would be dark.
You doing
I'll go with
okay?
that.
Yeah, it'll be dark. We don't like driving in the dark.
Yeah.
We have, usually the morning times. And then if we end up not being able, we get somewhere and we can't stay or something, we head out somewhere else. Then it's usually in the evening, and it's dark, so because we arrived when we were hoping to, and unfortunately we didn't either feel comfortable there, which only happened a few times.
Yeah.
Or only one time we were asked that, sorry, we don't allow parking here. The town doesn't. So I wonder what it would cost fuel-wise for a plane, despite the cost of the plane. The problem with the plane is every year you have to have it inspected and blah blah. I mean, just like a car, but worse. And it can be expensive to fix because there's not very few. There's not mechanics. They're few and far between at the small places. I mean,
It's not like there's an auto body shop on every corner,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
For cars, there's not one for planes. I mean, they are, but
And if you want to put in, change out avionics or something, you got to have somebody skilled enough to do it.
yeah.
And then usually there's one person at that local airport, and you might be booked for months. But anyways, enough about planes. So we're 30 miles away from our stop. And we cross our fingers that, we'll be able to find a nice little parking area.
Well, you always do that. You never know who's going to be there.
Do you remember the layout, or like when we get off of where we need to go? Because I remember.
Yeah, we always get off it and go up and then back around because that's a strange exit. So, yeah.
I guess my question is, do you want me driving, or are you?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
There's a Target there, so I'll find it. more traffic when we get around to the north side of Columbus when people are coming out of the city. I have a feeling.
I wonder if we would have to teach Loki to wear earmuffs if he was on a small plane.
Probably, because that would, yeah. I know people bring their dogs and stuff on planes.
Right.
But their ears are so sensitive.
Have to have doggy earmuffs.
You could be like Snoopy and put a hat on.
Yeah, there you go. I know, you smell peanut butter, I know. Hey, cutie. Hey, cutie.
I think he finished off the rest of his breakfast.
Oh, good.
I think.
Bumps. Oh. Oh. Damn.
Man. Those bridge seams.
Man, those are bad. Stuff like that blows tires.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It doesn't even look that bad when you're looking at it.
And
It's
see, you
just
don't
the bridge seam.
you don't feel it in a car at all. I mean, for the most part, you can feel it, but car suspensions are so much different. I mean, these are pretty hard hits. Doesn't look it, but they're hard hits. I cringe because I'm waiting for something to fall. I mean, it's an impact.
You know, I was thinking about this morning or yesterday or something. Your VR goggles up here.
They haven't fallen yet.
No, but I'm thinking the integrity of that hook
Oh, yeah.
after all these bumps and everything.
Yeah, that falls out of skirt. Heck out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised I left that. It's been up there for years, though. It's my DJI goggles when I fly my drone. I fly with first-person view goggles.
You could probably find room for that stuff above the bed in that cabinet.
Yeah. I haven't flown. God, I don't think I've flown in over a year. Easily.
Yeah.
And I want a pilot's license. Still 24 miles. Man, I feel like now we're crawling. It's because of the road. See, the road gets you very tired. That's the other bad thing. When you have bad roads, it makes for a very long day.
Yes, it does.
Okay, let's see. Fred Falk says, Brenda can drive. Wife told me if something happens to me, she's throwing a sale sign right up. Red Jag says, Brenda is the reason my wife learned to drive.
You can do it.
It is either of the two.
Yeah, somebody just said that my oldest son wants to jump behind the wheel, but he's 18 years old. I don't think he truly understands what would be in his hands. Red Jag agrees. I would agree too.
Yeah.
18 might be a little, not enough experience on the road to begin with. To, not that I don't know him or her, so I don't, but my gut would say that, I don't know, they could be very good. I mean, let's face it, IndyCar drivers and NASCAR drivers are 18, 19 years old. But driving a big rig is much different experience, that's for sure.
Yes. Man, these bridge seams. Doesn't matter what lane you're in.
Yeah, just, hey, remember, if you like what we do, if you're joining us here and you like what we do and just because, please give us a thumbs up. And it helps our YouTube rankings. And if you're new to our channel and just watching us for the first time, please be sure check out our other videos. We have well over 350 videos, mostly RV related, motor coach related to some degree or another. A lot of self-drives if you like to listen to self-driving podcasts like this would be. As we travel different parts of the country. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. Just click on that subscribe button, and also click on the little bell icon. You'll be alerted whenever we go live or whenever we upload a new video. We don't sell anything. We don't do this for a living. We don't do this for a living. We do it to help others, basically.
And it passes the time.
Well, the live streams pass the time. I mean,
yes.
Our blog posts and our YouTube channel, we don't do it to make money.
Yeah.
Other YouTubers for RVs and stuff, they do it for a living. There's a lot of them now. Oh my gosh, way too many. Some of them have really good productions, but some of them are just... I listen to them. Somebody sends me a video, have you seen this? And I look and I'm like, these people have no clue what they're talking about. But yet people are listening to them, and it's like, no, you want to scream, no. But we don't. We had one person, a video, they were talking about gray and black tanks, and this is why Michael and I are going to do a talk on gray and black tank usage. And he actually said, oh, you should keep your black tank open all the time. There's no reason to close your black tank when you're parked. Oh, yeah, there is. Big reason. Solids. They don't move if there's nothing to pull them out.
They would just pile up.
They would just pile up and, yes, you fill up, you let your black tank get to at least 75% full before you open it up and let it drain. Just so that big flush of water going through that 3-inch tube can pull out the solids to the best of the ability of that that force of that flow. If you just leave it open, only the liquid's going to come out. Everything else is just going to pile up, and it's going to make you hurting later. Anyways, it's just like you just wanted to scream at the tube. What are you saying? What are you telling people? No. And it's weird because some of these YouTubers, they got 60, 70,000 followers. It's like, makes no sense. But they post like every 2 or 3 days. And most of it's just garbage, in my opinion. I mean, how much can you really talk about? I mean, unless you're pimping a product for somebody, you know, that you really don't even use or something, it just doesn't make sense that you posting every other day. But anyways, enough of that. Tell us how you really feel. Okay, so 17 miles left on per the GPS. And we're getting into heavier traffic, as if you look at our other cameras, you see. Or we have been in heavier traffic, I should say, for a while now.
Yeah.
Fred Volkers. Okay, I hear a lot of channels pimping out gas discounts. Does it really help? I have yet to sign up. Fred, you haven't been watching us then. We just did 2 stops in the last 2 days, and we talked about our fuel savings. And for example, Fred, the one you want is EFS. EFS.
It's the TSD card.
It's the TSD card, yes.
TSD Logistics.
And if you do sign up for TSD Logistics, please use our name, because I'll tell you the real numbers. Like today we filled up, we saved $37. We paid $2.76 a gallon, and it was $3.26 at the pump. And so we saved $37. Yesterday, we saved $60, yesterday's fill up. The time before that, we saved not much, because we just topped off. The time before that,
oh, that might have been DEF too, love.
Oh, DEF fuel,
DEF
yeah,
on there
because we
too.
could do DEF also. And the time before that, we saved $37. So yes, the TSD fuel savings program,
TSD Logistics.
TSD Logistics, I can give you a link to their website. They have a great Facebook group.
Yeah, they have really good customer service, so if you have any questions, you can ask it on the Facebook group. Other people will answer, but their customer service people will answer too. They're really good.
At least I thought I had it here.
It's TSD Logistics.
Okay, so here's the link to TSD Logistics. I'm going to put that on the chat for you. If you sign up for it, just use our name.
Well, David Bott.
David Bott, B-O-T-T. And after you pump, I think, your first $100 or your first 100 gallons, we get $25 discount. But we're telling people about it, and we're saying give us credit if you want to. That's fine. But it is a true program, and it's free, but you save a lot of money. And I just proved it by giving you the numbers. and they got a great app that you can look up right online. Right, it gives that has a map and everything of close by places and what the prices are, how much the price is, and how much the discount is, or what you pay at the pump, stuff like that. It's really easy to use, and we used to use the Good Sam's Club and using the Pilot Flying J card, but they give you like 6 or 8% or whatever.
No, it was 8 cents per gallon.
Oh, 8 cents per gallon. This saves you a lot more money. Brenda, do they tell us when we get the $25 once somebody...
When we fill up, and then the next day we get an email with our statement, it'll show a credit.
Oh, I see.
We don't know who it's from, though.
We don't know who it's from. How many have we got? 2?
I don't know.
It's not like we... Like I said, we don't market ourselves or our the products, but people ask about it, and so we do mention it, like you just did.
Miles. Keep left on I-270.
But we've actually never done a video on it or anything like that.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by we don't do it for a living. We don't do this for a living. Others do. And so they make money by repping products, referrals, whatever. Watch this guy, love.
Yeah.
That is correct, Kevin. Only at truck stops and only with diesel. It's part of it's basically TSD Logistics is it's for truckers, but they made an RV program out of it.
Yeah. Or they added an RV program.
Pilot and Flying J had a falling out with TSD because they no longer support the card because they have their own 8 cents per gallon savings card. Big deal. So usually right across the street is going to be a TA or a Loves or whatever. So we've switched. They lost our business. Literally by dropping their card, they lost our business.
And a lot of people's business.
Yeah, because we would go to Pilots all the time.
Yeah.
They bit themselves in the butt by doing that.
In 4.5 miles, take exit 26.
Like
on
today,
the right to I-71 north.
looking at the price at the pump per gallon and the price that we paid per gallon, we saved 50 cents per gallon.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I would rather save 50 cents per gallon than the 8 cents, for the Pilot Flying J.
I mean, like yesterday when we filled up, that was a $60 savings.
Yeah.
Because we had to fill up, we only had about 1/8 of our tank left.
Yeah, we normally don't let it get that low.
But still, man, that was $60. That's a huge savings.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put the computer down. We're 8 miles away from our destination. We're 3 miles to an exit. So and we got traffic and stuff, so I'm gonna try to help Brenda. I don't know what I'm gonna do. She usually does this part.
Well, we're still in the go around of Columbus. The 3.3 miles to the exit is 71 north. It's not the exit getting off.
Right, but we're only 8 miles away.
Yes.
So I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can watch what we're going through. Okay? So hang in there, we're getting there. Hey buddy, watch out.
Oh.
Hang on, we're not crashing or anything. It's just David moving the camera.
It looks.
Slow down.
Huh?
Internet slowed down right now.
I-71 north, then keep right.
Okay, coming into some traffic here. Merging traffic. Heads up, Brenda.
Yeah.
Because that's an exit only, so they're going to get right over.
Yeah.
bump. Ugh, I hate that. Wow, talk about taking your time before you get on the road.
Wonder if they're test driving that car because there's no license plate. There's no temporary plate either.
Just so you know, there's a slowdown up ahead.
Yeah.
I still got the cart in my pocket. Coming up to our exit here, the right 2 lanes are available to you.
Take exit 26 on the right to I-71 north, then keep right.
I think both of those lanes went there.
Yeah, but then it splits.
Okay.
So I got to stay to the right.
I mean, I didn't mind that you moved over. I just wasn't sure if you knew that. But then
Yeah.
I see it. Yeah, it goes. One goes north, one goes
South.
south.
Be in either of the 2 right lanes.
Still would have been good.
Yeah.
Better safe than sorry.
I was just going to say that.
Zzz. Use the second to the right lane, it says. Google said. Second
In
to the right.
1.5 miles, take exit 121 on the right to IKEA Way, then keep left.
Yeah, this is the exit that we always mess up and have to go back. Not on the expressway, but, you know, around that mall.
Oh.
I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just a very confusing exit.
Well, you're in an exit only lane right now. Is that the exit you want?
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's why Google said be to the second to the right lane.
Yep. Well, it is actually exit 121.
Is that what you want?
But then I want to stay to the left. Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's showing I can be in either.
That's a
of these
lot
lanes.
of American flags.
Oh.
Take exit
Now
121 on the right to IKEA Way, then keep left.
Now it makes another lane.
Yeah, great.
See, this is the confusing. Probably still going to mess it up. Because it shows on here only 2 lanes.
Well, there's 121. These are both 121s.
Yeah.
One's IKEA Wayne's, one's Polaris.
Well, I want towards IKEA Way.
Okay.
Keep left to Gemini Place, then take the first left.
Use the middle lane to keep right at the 4. That's Polaris.
Yeah, that's the one I think we usually get off at. Or maybe it's this, I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there and decide
Turn
if we
left
have
at the
to.
traffic light.
If we have to.
Well, coming up to a traffic light, we don't have a choice. You're going to
I
be
think
turning
that
left.
might have been it there. I think we did it again.
Yep. You got to turn left.
Yeah.
I don't.
See, that's confusing because I was following the directions, but I think that was the exit, the Polaris Way, because now
what?
we come up here and we go down that way.
Okay. Yeah, it's
know,
just
you
a,
know
it's
what
a
I'm
really,
talking
it's
about?
a really a strange intersection or exit there.
It's almost like that exit's still not on the GPS. Because here's IKEA and there's the Cabela's where we used to park.
Yeah, we used to park at the Cabela's until
But
they
now
stopped.
we have to go down that way to the Lowe's.
Yeah, we actually went. We used to stop at the Cabela's, and then they stopped that for some reason, and we actually pulled in there, and somebody came out and told us we needed to move, and
We've been parking there for years.
Yeah, we went up to the Lowe's, and that's where we've been staying ever since.
Yeah.
Oh, you dumped it.
What was it?
I don't know.
Turn left on
Oh,
Polaris Parkway.
the tater bin didn't lock it down.
I thought it was locked down.
We're good, Loke. We're good. Loki, back. Back, Loke. Good job. Good job. Good job. Come on, lay down. Okay, I need you to lay down, buddy. Yeah, you were just taking that a little too steep. That's what did that.
Oh, and they also banked a little bit.
Yeah.
It didn't help. Yeah,
Do
buddy.
you want me to do the
almost-
parking? We switch seats right now.
Okay.
Parking brake. Switch.
Green arrow. Lay down, Luke. Almost there, pumpkin.
I gotta be careful because the trees, remember?
Yeah.
And I need a seatbelt. Go. So we just took the time to change drivers.
Because David can get us into the
Brenda could do
tighter
it.
into the parking area.
Brenda can do it, but
Yeah.
she's
In
much
1/4
better
mile,
navigating.
Turn right on Polaris Parkway.
For this.
Then keep left.
See, I don't think that Polaris Parkway exit is on the GPS. That's why it tells us to stay to the left.
Yeah.
But you're turning right at this light up here.
Okay.
And it's just the one right lane, so you're going to have to move over.
But I got the see these. The problem is these trees.
Yeah.
They're overgrown.
Turn right at the traffic light. Then keep left.
Got to make sure you use your directional, not because you have to, of course, by law, but it also dumps the air out of your tag axle so you don't drag the tag axle.
Yeah. And you're going to be turning left at this light.
Yep. And then we cross our fingers.
See, I knew. We always do that at that intersection.
Yeah, it would have been behind us.
We would have just come straight down this road.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's the way that we're going to get back on. Oh, well.
Keep left on
It's not like it's
Polaris
that far
Parkway,
out of the way
then
that we
take the
go.
first left.
No. It's tough until those trees grow in more.
Yeah. Well, you can go around this whole mall. It's like a truck route.
Yeah, so anyways, just so you know, on the Tiffin coaches at least, most coaches, under 20 miles an hour, you put your directional on, it dumps the tag axle air because it assumes you're going to be making a turn. Obviously, if you're slowing down that far, it dumps the tag axle so you can make the turn without dragging your tag as hard as if there was pressure on there. You still drag the tag because it doesn't raise it off the ground, but it just releases the pressure. As soon as you cross the 20 mile an hour threshold again, it automatically reinflates the pressure on the tag axle to take the weight.
And this is a busy, very populated area. Lots of restaurants and shopping, huge mall. So they've got a lot of lights. Oh, there's a Tesla over there, and
Yeah, I
Is it-
saw
is it
another one
X?
go by.
There's an X right there.
Oh, there's an X there.
That's our color too.
Yeah. Ours looks better though. Am I wrong?
No, you're not. Because of the matte wrap.
The matte
They're probably
wrap,
looking at ours like, oh, that's nice.
Rims, the blacked out, there's no chrome.
Yeah.
Yeah, ours looks so much more.
Like us.
Yeah, it looks more like us. That's the way. Yeah, that's the way. Yeah.
A blacked out chrome is so popular that Tesla started making their cars that
they
way.
no longer make it with chrome. And
Yeah.
now it's just the window sills and stuff like that are all black because people were just blacking them out anyways with vinyl. Our car is the same color except that we have a satin paint protection film on it, which makes it look like a matte finish, but not a chalkboard matte. It's a glossy matte.
Yeah. Okay, you gotta turn right at the stop sign. You know where you're going, over here.
Yeah.
Turn right on Polaris Parkway.
Yeah, this is where you cross your fingers. You can make the turn.
Well,
got those idiots up there.
you're good this way.
Thank you. Always good to have a spotter. Oh, they got all the
mulch over
all the mulch out. Uh-oh.
That's okay. We usually park on the other side, remember?
Yep. Well, we have parked on this side before, but now they've decided to use it all for their mulch.
Yeah, but this is where we've parked in the past.
And
We're good. Dude, we're not gonna make it.
so, this is where we park. Usually right over here along these trees. Of course, the trees are getting bigger, which makes it worse.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna get tight in here like this.
Turn left, then take the second left.
Tree.
Yeah. Trees are just starting to overgrow it all. And then you gotta stop beforehand. I'm gonna have to back up. I gotta get the car in. But because it starts to go downhill.
Trying to figure out what's on the other side of Target there. That might be their garden stuff. I can't tell.
I can't see. It's a whole mess of the same color kind of thing.
Yeah.
Looks like a wall, actually. We often talked about parking in there, in that little spot there.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I would get over there. I'd have to go around that building. You know, and park in that spot right there. Because right now...
We won't be able to put our slide out over the grass with those trees, right?
Well, if I move over a little bit more, yeah. If I move over that way. The trees are... I knew this was going to be an issue at some point.
Yeah.
So
either we can go over by the Target side, or...
We don't know what's over there, though.
Did you want to park and walk over this way and see? We could just park and just...
Let me, I know trees, I know. Trying to get away from the trees and move over a little bit. There's nobody that usually comes down this way for the most part, so
No.
I'm trying to recenter myself so we can put the slides out at least. Without
On the
hitting,
one side.
On the one side without hitting the trees.
Hey, buddy. Good boy.
Like that. Now we clear the trees fine.
And we're still in the parking spaces.
We're still in the parking
So we're not in the
spaces.
driving lane.
Right.
I think if we're good, we're good.
Oh, yeah, now. I was just moving the car over, pitching it over inward.
Okay.
Okay, we are going to stop here. Welcome to Lowe's.
Yeah, it's getting windy out there.
Yeah, I see that. Turn our camera around, say goodbye to our friends. Hi, guys. So, we made it another day traveling. Today was 8 hours, and tomorrow would be about 6. And then we'll be arriving at Southwoods. Yay!
Yep.
So in any case, we thank you again for traveling along with us. If you enjoy this, give us a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber and wish to be, please feel free to subscribe. Other than that, we will see you on the road, and we have a lot of other videos you may care to peruse at one time or another, and always check out our blog, outsideourbubble.com. Other than that, I'm David.
I'm Brenda.
This is Loki. Loki, up.
Yay!
And we're out of here. Take care. Keep safe, everybody. We're going to get this sucker set up for the night. Bye.
Bye.